Y'all know what time it is. Allegedly with Brittany J. Let us get into it. Huh. Allegedly with Brittany J. Truth coming through, better clear the way. Cases, headlines, trials, tea, but she keep it classy, you can plainly see. Allegedly with Brittany J. Prayers going up every single day. Mom of 6 with a heart so strong. Real one here, you cannot go wrong. She do not gotta scream, she do not gotta fight. She let the facts talk loud, every move she make. From the missing in the trials to the news that breaks, she bring truth to the table, yeah, that is her lane. She lets people talk, lets opinions ride. Open to the what ifs from the other side. Speculation cool, when the respect stay true. She gives room for thought, lets the audience view. When the lies start flying and the trolls get bold, she do not fold up and she do not get cold. She respond with class, let the record be known. You can keep that circus, she is staying grown. She got family at home and a purpose in sight. Still showing up strong when the days get tight. And she praying for the people when they need that love. Trying to better herself while she looking above. So tune in close, let the real one stay. It is allegedly with Brittany J. Allegedly with Brittany J. Truth coming through, better clear the way. Cases, headlines, trials, tea, but she keep it classy, you can plainly see. Allegedly with Brittany J. Prayers going up every single day. Mom of 6 with a heart so strong. Real one here, you cannot go wrong. Facts matter, opinions, welcome, prayers up. Allegedly with Brittany J. Come, prayers up.
Apparently, we got people that like to zoom in. Hello. Welcome. Middle of the night crew. My nighttime crew coming in. What's going on? What's going on? Just Nicole. I hope she shows up and isn't having computer internet issues. I am here. Good to see you, baby. Soul shine for Jesus Christ. How are you? Sleep well, she said. Sweet dreams. Are you gone, Diana? Can't keep my eyes. Oh, love you, Diana. Good night. Phone call tomorrow, lady. If you don't hear from me by 10 a.m., call me, please. Please and thank you. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Time is roaring by. Hey, Roxy. How are you? Hey, Carolina Moon. So, we scheduled the stream. And if you don't schedule it ahead of time, people don't get notified. So, and people don't get notified for my streams anyhow. So, let's just hope that somebody sees it. Yes, thank you guys. Hello. Oh, please. All right. Let's see. Roxy, just Diana, Pink Light, Opal Sis, Bella Nova. Bella says, I have blood test early in the morning. Water and black coffee for me. Yuck. Oh, Bella, I know you'll be ready to eat when that's over with, right? Wonder if reality made it with us tonight. I know it's super late. There'll be a lot of watch, what do you call it, replays on this one, which is fine. I understand. I really got to get, I really got to get on my A game for sure. All right, so Cider's case. How many of you are keeping up with this? Hey, Miss Gloria. Hey, Just Nicole. I love when someone notifies us when you're live through Discord because I can't count on YouTube notifications. Hey, Bella Nova. It's good to see you. Opal Sis, nice to see you. All right, so I will go ahead and do my, I will ask you guys, hey, April, if you guys don't mind, please click that thumbs up. Hey, Pink Life Christina. If you guys don't mind, please click that thumbs up. Hey, Carolina Moon, I sent you a couple more articles. Thank you. There you are. What's up, girlfriend? Do you want to come up and do this with me with the cider case? Miss Reality wins. Give me just a moment, please. Chop on for her. Savvy. Hey, Savvy. Good to see you. What's going on, Savvy? How are you? All right, y'all know I have to do this. It's a part of the process. Hey, Astro. Good to see you, friend. If you want to support the channel, guys, we could really use it. Absolutely need all the help we can get. We on the struggle bus. We on the struggle bus for a little while. Hopefully until we start getting into the true crime algorithm and out of the drama algorithm. We are going to be in the in-between. So with that being said, please make sure you click that thumbs up. And yeah, if you want to become a member, you want to support the channel. I don't think I have a goal, but if you want to send a super chat, it's always appreciated. Covering the Disgust Insiders case. Let's go. Yes, we are. Thay's Bite Reloaded. What's going on, my friend? Nice to see you as always, Ernest. All right. This case is definitely disturbing, to say the least. It's a bit traumatizing. Definitely needs a trigger warning or two. Yay, look at that. I love when we get green in the chat. Always love your picture. Are you coming up? She said, bam, whoop, whoop. Always ride or die. Thank you so much, Reality. You know what? That is so true, too, and I thank you for that. When push comes to shove, that's out of all of this crazy chaos, I can definitely say the time where you find out who your friends are. And for that, I am grateful for mine. Well, there it goes. Hey, girl.
There I am.
I forgot. I just looked at my whiteboard. And I'm reminded by looking at it that someone in chat last night told me to look up Doug Raw out of Tennessee. It's a case, they're saying. I'm going to have to look that one up when I get a little time. On Facebook, they said the children are feral. Then I thank God for my life. So, I don't know necessarily what they mean by that when they say that the children are feral. But I did see a brief article where they said that they're having really it's really struggling for them to talk to the kids. Like they're having a lot of issues. I don't know if these kids like don't know how to talk, or it almost makes it sound like that. Like they don't even know how to communicate, which is absolutely terrifying.
They don't know how to interact with other human beings, is what feral means.
I just don't understand, like, how do they not learn to talk?
I had heard that they had tape over their mouths.
What?
Yeah, I was doing some research. And then the grandfather had fallen, and he has really extreme medical issues.
Yeah, I heard.
And it's gonna bankrupt. Yeah, it's gonna bankrupt.
How many issues could you have to bankrupt a town?
I have a feeling he has like diabetes or kidney dialysis type stuff or dementia. Something's going on like that. He has multiple health issues.
Jeez. Oh, I'm telling you.
Yeah, feral means like if an animal's feral, they're afraid of humans.
Yes. So. Yes.
It's not a fake story. I've been doing a lot of research today, and that's what I've heard. So, and these are from other creators that we're talking about it. So you can kick rocks, bitch. Bye.
Nini2 Rain says, hey, Brittany, Reality Mods and chat. Hope y'all doing good. Listen, don't come in starting on Reality.
I can care less. They can bring it. Don't bother me.
And if y'all
I know what I do to find out information. I'm not bringing no fake information. So, kick rocks. You don't belong here anyway. I've never seen your name anyway. Mona Lisa. Kick rocks, bitch.
Do you know you remember on that video that
They did too. Other creators had talked about it. Go freaking go listen to other people. Stop coming in here, bitch. God bless it.
we could say that the sun is white and they would say that it's green,
Yeah,
you know.
drama over here. You're bringing drama over here, Sunnyside
Stop
Meg,
it.
bitch.
There's
Bye.
no freaking drama
My
going on in
God.
true
Go
crime.
away. Anyway, let's get back to the case.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore them. Let them come in, and y'all just gonna be booted as soon as you
Did
get
you
in.
did you listen to the prosecutor talk? It
Briefly,
was
but
like a 20-minute. It was like 20
I
minutes.
don't know if I read something. I don't
And
think it
a
was.
lot of the news channels had covered it.
Okay, we'll pull that up and go through it.
It talks about
Right.
bringing
See?
in other prosecutors from other counties.
Okay. Pink Life says she's missing. Okay, we'll go through it. Then he says, I've been watching these all day. I'm wondering if Elizabeth is the only one having them kids. There were kids old enough. Ninny,
No,
I
she
thought the
had
same thing. I'm
she
scared for
had
that too.
she had all the children. That also had been discussed. She had the first one in May 2008. Um, within a year, there was a couple breaks of maybe 14, 15 months. And then she had the 3 sets of the twins at the end. I don't know. They think that she may be a victim, so that may be coming out as well. That's what
So
one of the attorneys had been talking about.
Villanova, I really like your picture. Villanova says it's not fake. That is what makes it so horrible. Hard to believe this type of thing goes on. Exactly.
Yeah.
Who is Elizabeth? I know. Okay, let me go ahead and do a summary real quick. Hold on 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. We'll summarize it, and then we'll go through the case, or we'll go dig up our information. Oh, please. I can't. It's crazy.
Yeah, the age
This is going to be one of those ones.
she hooked up with him. He should be in trouble for that, to be honest. He was an adult. She's still a teenager.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the conjoined twins were girls that had passed.
Heartbreaking.
And it's been said that she is pregnant again, so
Oh my
we need to wait
God.
on confirmation for that as well.
I'm sort of worried too. I'm sort of worried about you.
Hold on a second, y'all.
I don't think any teenager should be getting married at 13, 14 years old. Sorry, my opinion. You're not mature enough to be married. Your brain is still developing.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, they were born in the hospital, and there is a record.
So here is a summary. 16 children from a single extended family in Hamden, Ohio, were rescued on June the 30th, 2026, after authorities discovered that they had been living for years in deplorable, abusive, and dangerously unsanitary conditions. Authorities found that the children ages 18 months to 18 years of age were confined largely to a 1 12-foot by 12-foot room surrounded by human waste, severely neglected, and in some cases unable to speak. One 18-year-old could not write her own name. Several children were hospitalized, including at least one in critical condition. 4 adults, their parents and grandparents, were arrested and charged with 16 counts of felony child endangerment. The investigation found extreme confinement. Children were reportedly, they spent most of the past 4 years in a single small room. Severe neglect, human waste throughout the home. Children appeared almost feral, according to officials. Developmental harm. Some children could not speak. One older teen could not write her name. Medical emergency. 7 children were hospitalized. 2 were airlifted. 1 was in critical condition. 2 were airlifted. They were in such bad condition. They were hidden from society. None of the children were enrolled in school, and authorities said that it appeared no one from the outside the family knew that they even existed. The 4 adults were arrested. Gary Sider Sr., 73, Christina Sider, 66 to 67 years of age, Gary Siders Jr., 36, and his wife Elizabeth Siders, 33.
Yeah.
All pleaded not guilty and were held in on $300,000 bond each. Charges include second-degree felony child endangerment involving serious physical harm. Children welfare officials took temporary custody. Experts warn that the children face a long, difficult recovery due to years of trauma, isolation, and neglect. Ohio has a shortage of foster families, meaning some may require placement in specialized treatment centers. My God. That's horrible. They're all going to be separated.
And how were they found?
Huh?
How were they found?
They were found all together in one little room.
Why did they go to the house?
Well, the 16 kids?
Why
yeah.
did they go to the house?
Okay, so I haven't got any more information on that. Did you hear more? I know that there was a warrant for Gary
for for indecent exposure
to 3 different times, right? 3 separate times.
4.
4. Okay. Do we know why they secured a search warrant for the home for that?
What's this? Is that for you?
Yeah, somebody got me that. When I was pregnant.
They didn't go into depth other
It's
than
just a sleep shirt.
the 4 charges of the initial visit.
Baby, I was like, damn, that's
No, it's a sleep shirt, like a.
But it's they did state it had to do with the house.
It just had listen. I immediately thought maybe CSAM because it's far more than just exposing yourself to why that they can get a warrant for the whole house.
Yes.
I mean, what else would they want to search for?
No, it had to do with indecent exposure.
I've heard the search warrant was for some DV accusations, but I'm trying to double check. Okay, that would make sense too. He was peeing off his home porch? Really? But that would explain, okay, peeing off his home porch would not
constitute.
Like they would, wouldn't constitute
yeah,
a search warrant. Like it's hard to get a judge to sign off on a warrant to search somebody's home.
You have to have the evidence.
Can't take a leak in my house.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Are you sure he was taking a leak off the porch? I mean, don't get me wrong, that's gross. He's sitting there whacking it out to pee in front of the street. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
I just still can't
This is the way to
fathom
live.
the home, how small it is, and what they were confined to, and neighbors
Yeah.
didn't know anything, but yet they're visiting the Dollar General to get what? Vegetable oil and water.
Yeah.
Some say they were consuming it, others were saying they were probably using it for um, a lantern, the oil lanterns, supposedly.
Oh, really? They didn't have power? I
I'm
thought
not
somebody said they
sure.
did have power.
But for the room, they apparently they kept it dark. Oh, and sugar,
Oh,
yes. Sugar too. You're right.
what in the hell? Sugar, vegetable oil, and water.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay. Um, all right, let me read the rest of this real quick. It says welfare officials took temporary custody, and experts warned that the children face a long and difficult recovery due to years of trauma, isolation, and neglect. Ohio has a shortage of foster families, meaning that some may require placement in specialized treatment centers.
Hmm.
Officials described the scene as pure evil. Ohio Attorney General Andy Wilson said, beyond comprehension.
Hmm.
Let's see. Let me see. Beyond comprehension, worse than conditions, worse than conditions that livestock are kept in. The case also raised questions about how 16 children could remain hidden for years without
Hmm.
detection by schools, neighbors, and social services. If you want, I can. Okay, yes. Wait a minute. Hold on one second. Let me let's go through a timeline. I really like this AI because it kind of breaks down the timeline, and then we can go into some of the videos. All right, let's do this so y'all at least see what I'm seeing. Okay. Key takeaways. The Ohio case unfolded rapidly between June 30th and July 8th, 2026, beginning with a search warrant that unexpectedly revealed 16 children living in a 12 by 12 room under extreme neglect. The timeline below synthesizes all verified reporting into a clear chronological sequence. All right. So, March 2008. Elizabeth Sider was 15 and Gary Siders Jr. was 18, and they married. Their oldest known child was born 2 months after their marriage. 2005 to 2024, the background. Records show that the Siders family moved repeatedly across Ohio counties, Gallia, Jackson, and Pike over 20 years. No school district records. Let me see. Wait, hold on. I lost my spot. All right. No school district records show any of the children enrolled. June 30th, 2026, discovery and rescue. Benton County deputies execute a search warrant for an unrelated case at a home on Omer Street in Hamden, Ohio. Inside, they find 16 children confined in a 12 by 12, surrounded by garbage, feces, and extreme neglect. Ohio Attorney General Andy Wilson describes the children as almost feral and the conditions as third world. 7 children are hospitalized, 1 in critical condition. All children are placed under the temporary custody of child welfare officials. On July 1st, arrest and arraignment. 4 adults arrested and charged with second degree felony child endangerment. Gary Sider Sr., 73, Christina Sider, 66, Gary Siders Jr., 36, and Elizabeth Siders, 33. All pled not guilty. Each receive a $300,000 bond in order to avoid contact with each other and the victims. From July 3rd to July 4th, investigation details emerge. Officials confirmed that the children lived in the room for approximately 4 years. Let's see. I can't believe they were all in that room for 4 years. I just want y'all to really think about this for a minute.
That's what I have done.
A 12 by 12 room. That's basically a box, okay? That's a perfect box. Y'all know how 12 feet is nothing. That's nothing. I don't even think that's enough room for all of them to lay down in the floor.
They were talking about that too on some of the streams.
They don't even have enough room to stretch out and lay in the floor. That room's so small. My God. Think about it. I'm 5'6". So if I stretched out in that floor, there would only be just, I honestly could almost lay down and touch the wall. My feet could probably touch one wall. And if I stretched my hands out, when I laid down, my hands would almost touch the other.
Now, when you get into reading the ages of these children, let that resonate as well, especially the last 2 pregnancies. How close in age they are. Like, she gave birth and then again she was pregnant within 6 weeks, giving birth 9 months later.
Oh my God.
Look at the ages.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. How big is a jail cell?
Not much bigger than that. Really?
8 by 8 or 10 by 10? I don't know. Somebody would have to just.
Hey, KDP. 12 by 12, like I said, I'm trying to think. Storage buildings, rooms are bigger than this.
Yes,
I can't
Stacey,
get over that. Oh God, I can't get over it.
She had 3 sets of twins, but I believe the conjoined twins passed. I think they were her last.
And that's to say that they haven't, who knows? They haven't even had time to search the whole area. We don't know what else might be buried out there. You know? There's a reason why they have stayed in the shadows and have been, didn't allow their children to go to school or any of that.
Well, they're still looking in to see if they had state assistance. I'm sure they
do.
did.
Any of the children have birth certificates or socials?
Yes.
They do?
Yes, they were born hospitals.
Oh, all of them were?
That's why I'm asking about school, how did they get away with them not being investigated for not going to school? No, they didn't I don't believe they had beds in there, April. I believe they were sleeping on the floor.
There's no way there was beds in there. Come on. You're talking about a 12 by 12, 16 kids. If there was a bed in there, you might get one in there. You know what I mean? Might fit one.
Oh, Daisy love, sweetie.
Oh,
This has
what'd you
got to be
say?
hard for you right now.
Daisy said, "This is when I get angry. All I ever wanted was to have children, and never blessed with that." But
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, but how many mattresses can you really fit? You know, I'm gonna have to measure that out tomorrow. I'm find 12 by 12
that's what
area.
I want to know. I need the measuring stick. I'm gonna measure it too,
I'm gonna
because
map it
like
out.
I am too. Like I'm gonna do it, and you all you guys should do that. Like get get a measuring tape. Most people have one, and actually get a good idea of what 12 by 12 is, and it'll blow your mind. I'm telling you, they all couldn't lay in the floor. There's no way.
Yeah, true crime project. Absolutely.
Exactly, Ernest.
I
This
wonder
is
if they're
sick.
gonna seal a lot of information though, Britt. To be honest, this case is gonna be something else.
Yeah, I don't know. Ernest says this is sick. This is nothing but another house. Yep, house of horrors for those kids. Sure is. Hey, Astro. Hey, Daisy. Anybody that might have come in that I've missed, nice to see you guys. Welcome. Please click that thumbs up, guys. There's 162 in chat. Click that thumbs up. Stop what you're doing and go click it if you haven't already. We got this. All right, let me read some more. Okay, 4 adults. Okay, they were arrested. Officials confirmed. Okay, ages of the children are released, you guys. We got an 18-year-old, 16, 15, 14, 13. What the fuck?
Keep going.
She was pregnant every year. 18, 16, 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4
Twins.
2, and then
Twins.
another set of twins, 1.5.
See?
She had twins.
And then boom again.
Hold on
right
a minute. How is that fucking possible?
That's what I'm saying. She had
2
and then
and 1.5. Wait a minute. But reality, she can't do that.
well, that's what they have.
2 and 1.5? That's not her. One set of those twins aren't hers. Y'all, am I look?
And then there was the
Listen.
other set that were born deceased.
Neil and Christian are 15 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. There's no way she can have two. That would mean one set of babies is 6 months older than the other.
She may have the twins early, like 30 weeks. It could have been in the NICU. And then she got pregnant immediately and was pregnant again.
Like, she got pregnant when she got out of the hospital.
Basically.
Like, she got pregnant the day after she was released from the hospital, kind. Like, hold on a minute. That just don't say. Hold on.
It's true too, Justin R. N. That the 2-year-olds might be getting ready to turn 3. Carolina Moon, exactly. When they tell you say no nookie for 6 weeks, they mean it.
Yeah.
But it seems like that dude right there couldn't stop.
I think he had a
Tell by
problem.
look at that. Look at the ages.
He had a problem.
Yeah, there's something going on in that household. No, they definitely weren't waiting 6 weeks. No way.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Sure, yeah. No nookie for 20 minutes and then bada bing, bada boom, back at it, huh? Oh, I still do feel that she's a victim, though, to some degree.
I don't. Mm-mm.
There's just something not right about all of that. Yeah, Daisy, that's what I think as well.
Hold on.
The cheese one was pretty good.
You think so?
The other one wasn't.
Mm-mm. I won't buy the
Yeah,
other one.
basically, it's all she did, Carolina Moon, is look at him and boom, she's pregnant. Yeah, I think she was groomed as well, Astro.
I like a sausage dog. I used to go to the ballpark. I used to love the sausage dog. Some mustard. We just boil it up. Some mustard.
Y'all, this just don't seem right. I don't know that you could have a year-old and 2-year and 1.5-year-old.
Yeah, and again, and yes, it's greatly possible she is pregnant at this time. Yeah, we'll find out soon.
Who said it? Who's saying that she was pregnant again?
There's many streamers and like the crime channel,
Yeah.
the one that we follow, she had mentioned that it's a possibility that she's pregnant again. Absolutely, her childhood was stolen. She was still a teenager. She was still developing.
Even with all that water, she's still not moving.
I mean, to a degree, he also was too, because they say you really aren't mentally developed until you're 25.
I don't know if she don't poo every day, it starts to worry me. You know.
Yeah, she will. She will.
She does at least every other day.
Well, she poops every single day.
Yeah, and
She'll
that's
go.
good to see you.
Well, you said she didn't poo today.
Not today yet, but
all
she
of
will.
you.
Tomorrow, like every other day.
Appreciate if you hit the like button.
I mean, I guess it is, but I mean, like I said, from what I'm looking up, she would have had to have literally come home from the hospital and got it in before the stitches healed.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
Yeah, she gives that whole new meaning right there, fertile myrtle. That's right. He's 3 years older, April, than Elizabeth.
Why I wonder why they keep having babies and she don't get fixed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering, Ninny. Like the 1.5-year-old and the 2-year-olds, or maybe could it possibly be that some of the kids are having kids? I mean, would you guys be stunned by that? I wouldn't.
Maybe
They said they were all hers.
Really?
Yeah, they said they all were hers.
All right, so it says investigators say communication is extremely limited. Some children cannot speak at all. There it is. July 6, 2026. Condition update. CBS reports several children remain hospitalized. One was previously in critical condition. One more time. CBS reports several children remain hospitalized. One was previously in critical condition. Officials warn recovery will be long due to severe trauma. Oh my goodness. And developmental delays. Goodness gracious. July the 7th, 2026. All 4 defendants waived preliminary hearings and remain jailed. July 8, 2026. Gary Sider Sr. is hospitalized after a fall. Doctors discover a serious medical condition. His bond is modified, to how do I say that? Reconnaissance.
Yeah, he was OR'd. Just that's how we just say it, OR'd.
All right, with GPS monitoring due to medical cost. So he gets to get out, I guess, after this. Due to medical costs. So maybe that's what they meant, reality. They couldn't keep him in jail because his medical would bankrupt them.
Yep.
That makes more sense. I was trying to figure out what the hell they meant by that. There you go. They had to let him out of jail on monitoring. That man ain't going nowhere. I honestly have a genuine feeling that Senior and Christina Siders are going to probably be charges will probably be dismissed on them due to I don't think that they're capable, you know what I mean, of caring for these children at all. I think that it's going to come out that both of them are, not all there, that maybe dementia and stuff like that.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Ohio announces plans to invest $1 million to support foster placement and care for the 16 children. Well, that's pretty cool.
Right, because they said that county is the poorest in the state.
Well, I don't know.
Poverty.
I hope that wherever they go, they're safe. Because I hate to say this, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but y'all know as well as I know. Remember the Turpin kids?
Yes.
They were placed in foster, and guess what?
Yes.
Multiple were essays.
Yeah, so sad.
After going through everything they went through and getting out, they went into foster care and were traumatized.
Yes, Otto, she's gonna play that. She's gonna play the clips. Yeah.
Hey, Bootsy. Hey, Bootsy. Reality got to see my baby today.
Sure, she's so cute.
I got to show a bunch of my friends my baby.
We got to see her sleeping all precious with her hand on her cheek. It was the cutest thing.
I did
so adorable.
Some of the girls today, and they got to see Mootsie. Hey, girl. Hey, Mootsie Bootsy. All right.
Trust me, if I was a multimillionaire, I would be adopting a bunch of children.
Yes, Ange, they sure did. They sure did. So, do you remember the Turpin case, Ange, where the Turpin kids were rescued? Very, very, very strange and oddly similar to this case.
Oh, so good deal. You gotta see your baby.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, congratulations again, Astro. So yes, Ange, they were rescued, and could you imagine? And I think it was multiple were essayed in foster after being rescued.
That is just so devastating. It's sick, sad, and
after everything,
they all need to be put under the jail.
Yep. After everything those poor kids went through, they were rescued, and then that happened. Evil. My heart breaks for those kids. I'm praying for their recovery, and I hope that they all end up somewhere where people actually care for them. Me
Love
too.
them. Yeah, and love them. I'll do that for you, Astro. I'll share with her.
All right.
Absolutely, Ange.
Amen. One bullet per predator. Yes, girl.
One wood chipper.
Yeah.
Can get
What year
wood
was that?
chipper.
What year was that with the turpentine?
The
chiller?
turpentine cheese. Hold on a second. Let me see. I'll tell you. I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up.
Absolutely, KDP. Sadly,
I'm not saying they have to go in alive.
Only
They
do it
can
for money.
put a bullet in their head before they go in. They
no.
fertilize some yards, some fields or something.
Hold on a second, y'all.
You can fertilize the field and feed somebody afterwards.
Lord. Hold on. Okay, the Turpin case involved the abuse of children and dependent adults by their biological parents. The Turpin children were rescued in 2018.
Yeah.
After 17-year-old Jordan Turpin, which she's doing great, by the way, today, executed a daring
Those
escape.
Are kids that deserve a scholarship, you know.
From their Paris,
They deserve some
California.
free scholarships.
Home after she called 911. Authorities discovered the 13 siblings ranging from ages 2 to 29 severely malnourished and living in horrifying conditions. So there were 13 of them.
Much like this one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that ad. Strangely, oddly reminds me of this one. Let's keep going. Okay. So, okay. All 4 defendants waived preliminary hearing and remain jailed. Okay, Gary Sr. is hospitalized after the fall. Doctors discover a serious medical condition. His bond is modified and okay, hold on a second. Damn it. I lost my spot. I'm sorry. Okay. Ohio announces plan. Okay, they invest $1 million. The case evolved from a routine warrant into one of Ohio's most shocking child neglect discoveries. The timeline highlights long-term isolation of children, multi-generational involvement, rapid legal action, ongoing medical and welfare challenges. Okay. If you'd like, I can also break down legal charges, the children's recovery needs. Let's see about the children's recovery needs. The 16 rescued from Ohio will require long-term, multi-layered recovery care, spanning medical stabilization, trauma therapy, developmental rehabilitation, and safe placement. Their needs resemble those of the children rescued from severe chronic deprivation, not a typical neglect case. The children endured years of confinement, isolation, and fear.
It's going to be intense therapy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Trauma-focused therapy and attachment-based therapy to address chronic trauma, fear responses, and emotional dysregulation. Attachment repair. Many children may struggle to trust adults or form healthy bonds. Socialization training. Some children reportedly could not speak. Others have never interacted outside the family. Behavioral stabilization. Children, uh,
Yeah, they haven't had education. They haven't been to school.
right, exactly. Some children reportedly could not speak. Others have interacted outside the family, have never interacted outside the family. Children raised in isolation often show hypervigilance, aggression, withdrawal, or feral like behaviors. Remember, that's what that guy said. Immediate medical stabilization, treatment for malnutrition, infections, dehydration, and untreated chronic conditions. Uh,
The Jungle Boy. Remember the Jungle Boy?
oh, yeah.
He was feral. So
I forgot
therefore,
about that case. I do remember that.
the feral and didn't
Yeah.
interact with humans. He
Yeah.
was animal-like.
Crazy. Scary.
So
So
that's
sad.
what they mean by feral. You know,
Yeah,
probably
like it.
probably like hissing and you know doing hand movements like attack, get away.
How sad is that?
You know, like when cats
They're so
arch their
scary.
Kind
backs.
of
Scary.
like cave people in a way. Like
Yeah.
how
Mm-hmm.
Play Survivor again.
Yeah, because they haven't had interaction with other humans.
Oops.
It's really sad.
why?
That's what I want to know. Why?
Oh my goodness, reality. Look, physical therapy for children who were confined to a small room with limited movement. Some of these kids probably have never been out of that room.
What do you mean, Melissa?
Let me see.
I just worry about where the baby's gonna go. Where's the baby's gonna go?
Who thinks a kiss or a hug? No.
I don't
No.
know why. I don't know.
I'm
why
not
she-
surprised
You know,
by
they say
the
80% of the children that are trafficked through the.
It's going to take more than a kiss and a hug to get these children comfortable with other
and
human
it's
beings.
every
It's
none
gonna
of
be
us
intense therapy.
none of
They
us
don't. They haven't even been to school.
none of us are surprised by that. What I'm
No.
surprised by is the fact that anybody would do this to their children.
They get trafficked, they pick up STDs, and they're.
No matter how many times you see this, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's hard to comprehend.
Yeah, like I'm saying, I want to know why there are so many children living in those conditions. Was it to get state money? Did they
I mean,
work? Did he work? You know, the old folks didn't work. They had health problems, obviously.
if you don't want them, let somebody else have them.
There was a reason why they were having those children.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true,
Daisy, for sure.
Love. That's true, Daisy Love. Yeah.
I mean, there's no denying that either, though. They do need love and lots of it. They probably don't know what that is. Immediate medical stabilization, treatment for malnutrition, infections, dehydration, and untreated chronic conditions. Many may have missed critical developmental milestones. They absolutely did.
Of course.
Some children reportedly could not speak at all. to rebuild motor skills, sensory processing, and daily functioning. Cognitive and educational rehabilitation. Individual education plans, 100% they're going to need an IEP.
Mm-hmm.
Basic literacy and numeracy instruction, special education services, cognitive testing to determine learning disabilities caused or worsened by deprivation. Ohio officials noted that the state lacks enough foster homes for such a complex case. These children will require therapeutic foster care, homes trained to handle trauma, behavioral challenges, and medical needs. Sibling group planning, keeping siblings together when possible to preserve emotional stability. Long-term residential treatment for children with severe developmental delays or medical needs. Stable, predictable environments. Sudden changes can traumatize children who lived in chaos. Emotional identity support. Identity formation. They may not understand social norms, community roles, or personal autonomy. Grief processing. Even abusive family separations can trigger grief, confusion, and loyalty conflicts. Self-worth rebuilding. Years of neglect can create deep shame and feelings of invisibility. And the long-term outlook. Recovery will take years, not months. Experts say children rescued from extreme isolation often need continuous therapy, specialized schooling, medical monitoring, stable caregivers, community integration support. Some may fully recover, others may face lifelong challenges, but with intensive, coordinated care, many can build safe, meaningful lives.
How hard can you cheat?
Okay.
How hard can you
All right,
make
let
your
me
money? Cheat.
stop there. We're gonna
Cheat.
go to the
Cheat.
videos real quick.
I haven't
Can,
been to the doctor or dentist.
I'm a G.
oh my
I'm a
God,
G.
probably never.
Your mama. Regret.
Yeah,
No.
Melissa wants you to read the definition of a feral child. So everybody
All right.
has that definition.
All right, hold on.
So they can have that
Define
in their mind, get to see it.
feral child. Okay. Okay, a feral child is a young person who has grown up with little to no human contact, resulting in resulting in severe deficits in social, cognitive, and language development. A feral child is typically a child who has lived in extreme isolation from human interaction during critical developmental years, either abandoned in the wild, confined by caregivers, or severely neglected. The lack of socialization prevents the child from acquiring basic human behaviors, including language, emotional regulation, and social skills. The term is descriptive rather than a medical diagnosis and encompasses both children reportedly raised by animals and those subjected to extreme domestic isolation.
Right.
Feral,
So
go ahead.
grunting for communication would
Yeah.
be one of the ways it would try to.
Well, it says right here the characteristics for feral children often display delayed or absent language skills, struggling to learn speech even after rescue, social and emotional deficits, including hold on. Social and emotional deficits, including difficulty forming attachments and understanding social norms, behavioral adaptations, reflecting the environment, such as quadrupedal movement. Oh my goodness, some of these words. Quadra, I don't know, whatever. Raw food consumption or heightened sensory abilities, cognitive impairments due to the absence of stimulation during critical periods of brain development. Feral children generally fall into two categories. One, raised in the wild, sometimes alongside animals, adopting animal-like behaviors. Or two, confined or neglected by humans, often locked away and abused, resulting in similar developmental deficits.
Yep.
So there's historical documented cases are Victor of Aveyron. He was discovered in France around 1800, who had minimal human contact and required extensive education to develop basic skills. Amala and Kamala, reported in India as wolf children, though later investigators questioned the accuracy of these accounts. Jeannie, a girl subjected to extreme isolation in United States, highlighting the severe consequences of deprivation. Feral children have also appeared in mythology and literature, such as Romulus and Remus, the legendary founders of Rome, and Mowgli, the Jungle Book reflecting culture.
Yeah, I told you the Jungle Book.
Yeah, fascinating with children raised outside of human society. So yeah, y'all get it.
They probably
Sad.
didn't even know how to use silverware, and apparently they weren't potty trained.
Oh no. Lord have mercy.
Nobody examine to save you.
Lord have
Kill
mercy.
yourself. Kill yourself.
All right, give me just a second. I know y'all are burnt out on me reading. We're going to get into some of these videos. Hold on one moment, please.
That's what I want to know, DD. Why? Why have all those children and confine them all to the room? Do you think all would have mental illness issues, Melissa? Yeah, it's a possibility that the parents too do have some forms of mental setbacks.
Hey, Reality, what was the name of that channel today where all the most information was?
Oh, I should drop it.
Wait a minute, let me see.
Dropped it in the Discord.
I'll grab it real quick.
It was on a news channel, the Ohio,
Yeah. Wait a minute.
and criminally obsessed
Yeah, that one.
went over it.
That's the channel.
Yeah.
Criminally
For a
obsessed.
second.
Yeah. There's that video of me and Emmy.
I thought the baby was. She scared me.
That was Emmy. Look. Wait a minute. That's Neely being silly.
I
What are they
don't. I
doing?
think
Are
all
they mocking
four of
us
them
or
don't
what?
seem that
No,
way
it's
to me.
They think it's
KDP.
cute.
me and Neil.
Something's definitely off here with this
Yeah.
family.
Somebody else did that?
That's me and Emmy. That
You
was
did
me and
that,
Emmy,
or
yeah.
You did that and they
No, but that's a private video of mine. It's me and Emmy.
put it out there.
No, it's just it's in my private collection on my yeah. Nobody. It's yeah. All right, hold on.
I'm confused.
What'd you say? Reality? The name of it was?
Criminally obsessed.
Okay, criminally obsessed. Wait a minute. Brittany Grizzly did a good review of this case today. Okay, just the RN.
Yeah, she did.
Cool. Okay, hold on.
And so did our other channel, the Crime Talker, the one that we watch a lot of, the female,
Wait a minute. What'd you say that the channel was again?
criminally obsessed.
Criminally obsessed. Okay. Cool. All right. Good Lord. Okay. Sider's family forensic psychologist. House of Horrors, locals react. Which one
What is
was it
this? What
where
did
all
you
that
read?
stuff was? Because there's a couple of videos.
It's the one where
She carved
the
it.
prosecutor, there's a
Was that good?
middle-aged man
Yeah,
on
it
it
is really good. It's worth it.
You have to one let me have a bite.
that talks about the charge.
I just want. Dude, this one right here. Look. What's the taste like? Will it taste good?
All right, hold on. Let me share this. We're gonna kind of just briefly skim through this. We're not gonna watch a whole lot of it. This is all right. Hold on.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Criminal. Those are really good. That
Pretty
listen,
good.
if you guys have not tried the Hershey's with almond,
I don't like sweets, but
I mean not almond. I'm so sorry. With
I like the
caramel,
caramel in that. Yeah.
Hershey caramel. Oh man,
I like Twix. That reminds me kind of like a Twix almost.
it's really
I
good.
still think Twix is better. Twix is my favorite. What's your favorite, like, normal? I
Candy
hate
bar.
Twix because it's got caramel chocolate and then a crunch. It's got a cookie.
Like, what's your basic
My
favorite
favorite's
candy
Twix,
bar?
man. Yeah, Twix is the best.
Do not start, Brittany.
That's
Girl.
that's pretty close to it too.
I know, talking about
It's too soft.
chocolate candy.
Come on, y'all. You know I'm gonna talk about
Food.
food at least one time.
It didn't have the cookie. I like Twix has the cookie. I like it.
Melissa, I have been on a yogurt
Twix
kick.
is shit.
Ernest,
That's
sadly,
pretty good.
that little 4-year-old is no longer
That's
here on
new.
this earth.
Oh no.
I never had that before.
Yeah, that's
They're
new.
looking for her.
And I like white
I
chocolate.
saw that, the little one from South Carolina.
What's the white
Evidence.
chocolate be like?
Yeah, they
She's
have
so pretty.
evidence that
The little with the
is
little,
leading to that
you
she's
know,
no
the
longer
white
here.
chocolate with the
Cookies and cream, Hershey's. She's
I
been
love that.
deceased for a month.
I love
now.
that and I like
Yeah.
Twix. I mean, maybe I'm a basic boy, but like
I like
Those are
whatchamacallit.
good.
I like
I like
those are my
whatchamacallit.
favorite.
Oh, whatchamacallits are good.
Yeah, I like
Whatchamacallit?
whatchamacallit.
I don't know if I had that.
Yeah,
As I
she
got
was
older,
a
I used
pretty
to not
little
like
girl,
nuts and
yes.
peanuts and stuff, but as I get older, I start to like. I really like peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about yogurt.
Melissa, it has to be
Pecans
it
are
has to be
okay.
Greek
She's on-
yogurt.
Peanuts.
Yeah,
are pretty good.
she's on a Chobani kick. We know all about that.
And I'm not pregnant.
Yeah.
I just
don't
like
want.
it.
I'm one of those two. Like I don't want a lot. I'm not going to sit there and eat the box. I just want one piece, and maybe a sip of your
Milk.
fucking
Yep,
your
that's
Coca-Cola or something.
me.
I don't need a lot, but
Because it was reported. I think the police put it out, Ange,
some
because
walnuts.
I saw
some nuts are
an
really
official
good.
report.
Walnuts, like some of the nuts are really
Yeah, I
they're
watched
crunchy and
I
flavorful.
watched a live of it, and they were going into
that
the
was good,
house,
but it's
and they
lacking.
had evidence bags, and they had their gloves on.
It lacks some crunch. It needs some crunch in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Otto, I eat it too much. Can you eat it too much? Because if you eat it too much, I eat it
was
too
sweet.
much.
It was good. It's good sweet flavor.
Oh, Melissa, I can't have it any other way. I
That shit
love it
makes my
because
teeth
it's
hurt.
thick.
I don't like it.
Let's say the pregnant word right now. Oh, Melissa.
I like a good brittle. You ever like?
No, I don't like brittles.
You don't like brittles?
Mm-mm.
But it's
All right,
got
let's keep
lots
going.
of
Let's do
nuts
it.
and-
Beyond filthy home in rural Ohio, the Vinton County Sheriff described what it was like as they discovered the children. It was something I've never heard a sheriff say before, or any first responder.
The looks on the kids' faces as they seen the light was unique, but also the scene, the filth, the condition of it was very unique, and I honestly do just mathematically think I'll probably never see that again.
And the outrage is growing. At today's press conference, we barely got any answers to how 4 adults could possibly justify this. These were the kids' parents, their grandparents, the people who were supposed to be watching out for them. Instead, we hear that one of the adults under arrest, the grandfather, Gary Siders Sr., he's been released on bond because he had to go into the hospital. He had a fall.
Let me stress, the community is not at risk because of this bond.
Honestly, it's incredibly concerning news when we hear what our guest today, Dr. John Delatorre, he's a forensic psychologist, says about what was going on in that house and why. He says Gary Siders Sr. wanted it this way.
It's his house. It's his family. It's his children. It's his grandchildren. It's all of these people that he feels authority over, that he can treat as objects.
The 4 people who were arrested are 33-year-old Elizabeth Siders, her husband Gary Siders, his parents Gary Sr. and Christina Siders. They were all charged. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
Of time. It's not someone who is, when we think of who has those capabilities, it's usually someone who's been doing it for a long period of time. It's not someone who is, relatively young. So we're looking at the grandparents, essentially, right? The elder Siders and his wife as essentially being the catalyst for how these abuses could, number one, begin, but also kind of maintain, even though there were plenty of opportunities for law enforcement or the state or whoever to kind of stop it from happening.
So you're saying that you think that the grandparents are sort of, for lack of a better term, like the masterminds behind this. When we're talking about them, we're talking about Gary Sr. and Christina, 2 of the people that have been arrested. You believe that these grandparents have been overseeing all of this abuse?
This was probably the most extensive abuses that they've ever probably been involved in, but abuse isn't something that is
Does anybody else believe that? I don't know that I can get on board with that. I'd have to see some more proof that the grandparents were the culprit behind this. What do y'all think? Y'all think the grandparents are the masterminds? So here's what I think. I think that old dude, the guy, is the youngest. The brother, the junior, Gary Jr. I think he's the baby of the family. I think his, from my understanding. And are you here with me, Carolina Moon?
I'm gonna eat some more beer tomorrow. Right now.
I think Carolina Moon had found Yeah, okay. Carolina Moon, didn't we discover today that Junior is the youngest of 5? He's got 4 older sisters. Here's my thought. I think Junior is spoiled and he wanted Elizabeth he wanted to marry her and keep her. From my understanding, Elizabeth's mom would not consent to that. She tried to emancipate herself. The state wasn't having it. They refused. And so, from my understanding, Grandma and Grandpa took Elizabeth over state lines, and Gary and Elizabeth got married across state lines. Now, I think they gave him what he wanted and spoiled the shit out of him. But as far as the kids, I think that Gary Jr. and Elizabeth just are neglectful parents. I don't know that the grandma and grandpa, because think about it like this. If grandma and grandpa were the brains behind the operation, he's senile now. That man couldn't even understand what that judge was saying to him. Gary and Elizabeth could have bowed out at that point. Or they're out of it. They would kind of have reign over running the house at that point. I just don't know. I don't think that grandma and grandpa are capable of running the show. Are you here, Reality?
I am.
Did you hear what that guy just said?
I don't think he's the culprit. No.
He thinks that grandma and grandpa's the brains of the operation. I think that their son is spoiled because he's the baby.
He's too weak. He couldn't even. He probably couldn't find himself out of a wet paper bag or unalive flies.
Right. Hey, John Treadway. Y'all, please click that thumbs up. We got 56. Come on, we could do better than that. We got 207 watching.
No, did any of them work?
Does anybody want to become a member of the channel or consider supporting someone with a membership? It really helps a lot and it means so much. Thank you all so much for being here. You got to consider this has been going on that is true. Yeah. That is true. The amazing Tiff. But I still think that it's
in the beginning, but maybe these last 4 years, I don't think it was happening because he's sick.
I think Junior is spoiled, and you know what I mean. Like,
yep.
He lives at home with mom and dad. I don't hear anything about a job. Not so far that I've heard or seen. Oh my God, KDP. No.
A family member, one of the husbands of the sisters, talked about financially supporting them. I heard that today, and giving them a car. They asked for money to pay their bills.
Oh, they were door dashing?
Oh, get out of the chat. Don't come in here and start trolling. Kick rocks. Travis isn't even here, so kick rocks.
You could, even if you were serious, you can't.
I know. Ha ha ha, you're so funny. Oh, what do you want? Brownie points? You want to be tapped on the ass? You want to be tapped on the ass? Huh?
Reality's in. Girl, she's in rare form tonight. You're over it, huh?
I am totally over it. After all the shit that I watched today, oh yeah, I'm over it.
Oh yeah, I did. That's right. Melissa, we did see bikes. All right, let's keep going, guys.
Usual for them. It's not unique for them. And so I think there's probably a long history of abusing within that dynamic, especially between the two of them, whether it's to children or to other family members or to each other, that it becomes a sort of way of life for these two individuals in order to maintain this kind
Oh my
of abuse structure.
goodness.
Remember,
Look at that. You
you
see
have
that?
to
Go
get
back.
What?
Go back to showing the inside of that house. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
for them. It's not unique for them. And
That's the outside.
so I think there's probably a long
There. Ooh,
Why
that's
does it
not
like?
even a bedroom. That's the living room
Did they
or a
just stay
bathroom.
with it like?
Mm-mm-mm.
I can't zoom in, but
What is that? A washing machine? There's a high
it
chair.
looks like a counter,
Yeah,
like a
boxes.
counter or a cabinet, and then there's a half piece of a high chair. I don't know what the hell that is in the floor, but a bunch of boxes.
Oh my goodness.
Look like Chiquita banana boxes.
Looks like the outside of what the dishwasher would go in.
history of
Yeah,
Hot
and
and everything.
don't those boxes look like fruit boxes?
Yes, they do.
Like you seen the boxes that carry with the fruit in it or
Uh-huh.
the produce?
They probably went to like the food banks.
Oh yeah. That they do give you that kind of stuff at the food banks.
Uh-huh.
And that does look like a hot water heater.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've seen worse too, Melissa. Trust me, I have.
Yeah, there's worse than this.
I
But
used
then
to
y'all got to
clean
remember, this is the tip of the
houses.
iceberg. They said that room that there was feces everywhere, like they were just shitting on the floor. God, Lord, forgive me. Oh,
Yeah.
how can you? I just don't know how you can. How?
There's something wrong with them. There
There's
has
something
to be
very
something wrong with
mentally
them
wrong,
mentally.
right?
There has to be something wrong up there. We'll find out, and hopefully, eventually, it comes out. We can
All
only
right, let's
speculate at the moment. Our
of
opinions
abusing
are not facts, so keep that in mind out there, all you trolls.
Did y'all hear
within
the vegetable oil store in Hey Stargazer? Did I hear that right today?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that they think that they were feeding the kids vegetable oil and water.
And if they weren't feeding them that, then they were using it for lighting, to like oil lamps.
For oil lamps, but they were buying it every night.
Mm-hmm.
She said they came in every single night.
And you can consume it, but you're not supposed to make it like your daily dietary, because it does have essential vitamins, but it does have like fat content that's
Well, vegetable oil is very bad for you. Very bad. It's vegetable oil is very bad.
But there are vitamins like vitamin A and vitamin E. But still, it's not it's not to be in your diet daily. They didn't go to school, Sally. No, none of them. And they do have birth certificates. They were born in hospitals, but they didn't go to school. I don't believe they went to the doctors and dentists either.
There's no way. If they were actively going to the doctor pediatrician, they would have been notified about school eventually. Yes, he had a job he exposed himself for. Oh, really, Dee Dee? Now, somebody in chat said DoorDash. Is that correct?
I don't know. Look it up. Can you ask Chat GPT
Yeah,
whatever?
let's
it's
ask our
called?
AI.
Yeah, ask your buddy.
Reality. Hold on. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, they were doing
Ask
a
my buddy.
parallel investigation, Daisy Love.
Co-pilot, is that who you talked to, Ernest?
Yeah, your co-pilot. There you go, Ernest.
Did Gary Siders
Yeah, Siders. Junior.
Yeah, there's
Junior. You have to
Oh,
put
Junior,
Junior.
yeah, Junior have a job. Let's see.
A job. Job. Job.
Job. Based on the publicly available information so far, there is no confirmed evidence that Gary Siders Jr. had a regular job. News reports have focused on the criminal case involving him, his wife, and his parents, but they have not identified an employer or an occupation for him. So, the only publicly reported background details are that he married Elizabeth Siders in 2008 when he was 18 years of 18 years of age. Marriage records indicate that he had completed the 9th grade at that time. So
Lord, there it is.
he only went to 9th grade.
Star, Gazer, Lily, you nailed it.
So he dropped out in
don't
9th
say
grade.
You're not mean. You're on it.
Authorities have said the family moved between several Ohio counties and Wisconsin over the years. Several. So that's how they evaded the schools.
Right. Okay.
Over the years before living in Benton County for about 4 years.
So they've been in that room since they lived there?
For 4 years. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They've been confined to that room for 4 years. Now, one of the witnesses who came out, you can't resist. There's the scrunch. She's doing the scrunch. Dad, you love the scrunch now too. Oh,
I didn't know. You taught me about scrunch.
Craig loves the baby scrunch too now.
She's my last baby.
Okay, so
You gonna have a baby without them? She's our last baby.
no, I can't have any more babies. Okay.
I could. You can't.
So don't even say that. They're gonna run with that now.
She's the last baby we can have.
Authorities have said that the family moved between several Ohio
You got
counties
twice as big as I got.
and Wisconsin over the years
Don't you
before
feel
living
happy?
in Benton County for
I
about
only
4
got three, you
years.
got 6.
As of now, investigators and court records have not publicly stated that Gary Siders Jr. was employed, unemployed, self-employed, or receiving any source of income at all. If those details become part of the court proceedings or are released by investigators, they may become public later. So
okay, then ask if they were getting any financial assistance, because
okay, here
how
we
are
go.
they taking care of these children?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so
They've
were
been
the
going to
Siders
food banks, possibly, but still.
receiving? How would I say that, you guys? Like public assistance?
Yeah, public assistance.
Any type of public assistance.
She'll grab my chin beard and just pull it.
Yeah.
Like, you know how she pulls mama's hair?
Yeah.
She'll reach up and grab my chin beard and just snatch on it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see what it says. As of the latest publicly available information, there is no official confirmation that Gary Siders Jr., Elizabeth Siders, or their 16 children were receiving public assistance such as SNAP, food stamps, Medicaid, TANF, or
God.
other welfare benefits.
Okay, so then how were they support? What? How were they feeding them other than, like I said, the food bank?
Yeah. In fact, I bet you reality that's exactly what those boxes were. Investigator, and look, Gary, can I just say it one more time? Junior is chubby.
Yeah,
He's eating good.
They're not. They don't look underweight at all.
Elizabeth looks like she's might have missed a few meals, but not Junior. Not him, not by any means, and that really pisses me off. Like, really, and we're in the United States of America.
Yeah.
Somebody had said this the other day, and I said, "Wow, they are right." It was a rando person online. They said, if you live in the United States of America and you're starving, something's wrong with you.
Right.
I mean, we've got
Because
Right.
there
we've got
are
food stamps, we've got food shelters.
there's ways of getting help. I mean, shit, if you go to
churches
our
give you free
local
food.
McDonald's, I give money to
There
people
should
all
be
the damn
nobody
time.
starving in this
Like,
country.
even at your local restaurants, well, at least ours. I don't know about where
If
y'all
you're still
live.
starving after all that, I
There's-
think they should round you up and put you in a insane asylum.
There's always people like,
because maybe you need
Yeah,
to be forced
there's
there, but
churches. Some churches
no
also
reason.
have food banks,
Not in our
and
country.
pantries.
right, like there's
I can't
charities.
speak
There's
for your
Charity, yeah, there's charities, like Salvation Army. But like I said, also they were asking family for help too. So
Ange, that's what I'm wondering. You got 16 kids that are using the bathroom. Wouldn't they had to have out of 4 years got some of the crap up off the floor, hosed the room out, like basically?
and then here you have the Duggars, who became famous off of TLC.
I feel like
Yeah.
they want to take kids from decent families, but they don't care about the kids that are dying in a crack house,
Right. Yeah, like you're worrying about kids that are taken care of.
How many kids die in a crack house every day? Look it up.
Ange
It
says,
happens every
hold
day.
on one second.
Please,
Ange says,
description.
seriously though, wouldn't they have had, okay, yeah, I read that already. All right, here, let's keep going, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, Stargazer.
In that dynamic, especially between the two of them, whether it's to children or to other family members or to each other, that it becomes a sort of way of life for these two individuals in order to maintain this kind of abuse structure. Remember, you have to get two new adults kind of involved, right? They're the kids and Elizabeth. But then you then have to get the other kids, right? The kids that are coming up. That requires a level of manipulation and grooming that you have to practice. No one's just good at that just on the snap, right? You have to have done this for a long period of time to know what works and what doesn't work. And again, the only two people that would have that capability, that would have that skill set, would be the two elder Siders.
So this is a planned behavior. Like this is something that they've learned how to do. This is something that they know how to do.
So what I think is that the elder Siders decided that they wanted to have a life, mostly him deciding that he wanted to have a life in which he did whatever he wanted to whomever he wanted, whenever he wanted to do it. He then had to abuse his wife into compliance, and then he abused his son and then his son's wife into compliance and was abusing the children into compliance as well. This is a long-standing, long history of abusing behaviors that is not uncommon for, abusers of any kind, whether it's domestic, intimate partner, or sexual abusers or anything.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, Jess from Planetary Design will pour 60 cups of coffee for 60 adventurers.
Why would they do this? This is Gary Sr. and Christina. They're Gary Jr.'s parents, just to be clear. Why would they do this?
Because they wanted to. Well, let's be clear about something. Christine probably did not originally want to. I don't think she entered into a relationship wanting to do this. Gary Sr., right? So the elder siders had something in him in which he felt authority, agency. He felt compelled to engage in abusive type behaviors. Where does it come from? Who knows? When it comes to individuals, it can come from any number of places. Their own abuse from their childhood to just simply wanting to, right? That they just, right? That the level of psychopathy that could be associated with someone just wanting to hurt other people, especially individuals that are very close to him, from the wife to the child's spouse to now all the grandchildren, right? He did it because he wanted to. Now, the victim of his abusing then begins to act out on their own because they are not being protected, because they are not being rescued, because they are not being saved, because all of these abusing has continued. So now they're acting out on their own. It morphs into something that they now feel compelled to do.
I think
it's not that they wanted to do.
That's my opinion. He doesn't know.
I'm just like over here. I'm flabbergasted. Where is he getting it?
Yeah.
My flabbers are gasted. I'm like, what? No, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. This dude is presenting a whole thing with no evidence, just his theory.
Yeah, exactly.
Long that marriage was, only not that very long. So I can't imagine that she entered into that relationship wanting to then abuse every.
Hold on. So one thing, having food, another giving them children food, right? He's acknowledging the judge as who he. Wait a minute. Let me see. See what chat's saying. He's pissing Melissa off.
Yeah, Justice Jane is in the chat.
Justice Jane, hey boo thing. So good to see you, girl. She says the grandpa reminds me of one of the family members in the Whitaker family. Yes, girl. Same. Good to see you. Glad you're here. All right, let's keep going. I just don't agree with this guy. I need more.
It's a theory, not a fact. Exactly.
No.
Exactly. I'm just not liking him either. I just don't want to listen to him anymore.
I am just not. I'm just not on board until I see some evidence.
Nope.
Till I have evidence to show that this guy, what he's saying, I'm just not buying it, y'all. I'm sorry. There's no way. I'm not saying that Senior hasn't been horrible. He probably has.
Yeah, 18 years ago.
Yeah, like 18
Not
years
today.
ago. And he's in such bad shape that honestly, 18 years ago, he probably wasn't in that great shape either. He does got some crazy eyes now. I mean, KDP, you got a point there. Let's keep going.
Single child. That she gave birth to. I also don't really see Gary Jr. kind of knowing that he's going to engage in this behavior and going to do it under the, under the view of his parents. Like, he didn't walk into his parents' house saying, "Hey, guess what I'm going to do?" and then them never know that it's going to happen. There's something to be said about men wanting to abuse other people and the level of depravity that is associated with what is happening needed to be controlled by someone who had the belief of power.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be Gary Sr., right? All of this would be happening because he wanted it to happen. It's his house. It's his family. It's his children. It's his grandchildren. It's all of these people that he feels authority over, that he can treat as objects. It would be rare for a woman to have that level of disorder thinking. It does happen,
Right.
but it would be rare. This doesn't seem as though a woman created this. This seems like a man believing himself to be more powerful than what he actually is and demonstrating that power by abusing everybody around him.
Those are your
That's what this
opinions,
seems more like.
sir.
And that's how you can kind of keep it a secret. That's how you can kind of make sure that it continues. Because if he can abuse his son enough times to believe that abusing is the only way to live within a relationship.
It's your opinion. Not a fact.
I'm moving on. We're gonna go to the next video I have.
Okay. Sounds good.
Stop wasting money on ChatGPT, Midjourney, or Ideogram for print on demand. Here's what actually works for POD sellers.
Could the mother of 16 children pulled from a house in rural Ohio be pregnant again? This news comes as one of the Siders family members begs to get out of jail. I dig into all of the shocking new details.
There she is.
I'm
That's what I'm
Anjanette
talking
Levy,
about right
and
there.
this is Crime Fix.
Yeah, Connie.
Elizabeth Siders, the mother of 16 children pulled from that house in Vinton County, Ohio, is in jail facing 16 felony counts of child endangering. But Elizabeth Siders' problems don't end with her criminal case. She has another issue she's dealing with right now. I've learned that 33-year-old Elizabeth Siders is pregnant again right now as she sits in jail.
Just learned. Did you hear it? Did y'all hear that?
So she really is pregnant. I wonder if she knew she was pregnant. Do you think she knew she was pregnant?
Yeah, she probably did.
And what's the youngest baby? A 1.5?
Yep. So she got pregnant by looking at him.
Damn, fertile myrtle. Damn.
Yep. There you go. Ernest, who got hurt. She said it though. We just learned that she is prego.
I mean, all that was done once he did.
Unfucking believable. Damn, let's keep going. Ernest said, don't look at him. Right? Here we go.
Yeah.
She's expecting, and I've confirmed Siders hasn't just given birth to 16 children. That number is actually 18, and birth records prove it. Elizabeth Siders gave birth to a set of twins in November 2022. The baby girls were conjoined, meaning their bodies were fused together, and they shared organs. Those babies died the same day they were born in November 2022. There's actually a grave marker that shows the twins were named Bailey Lee Siders and Faith Siders. So right now, it would appear that Elizabeth Siders is actually pregnant with her 19th child. The children that Elizabeth Siders shares with her husband, Gary Siders Jr., are recovering, and at least one of the children is still in the hospital a little more than a week after they were found as deputies and state agents executed a search warrant at the house on Omer Street. The four Siders family members, Gary Jr. and Elizabeth Siders, and Gary Jr.'s parents, Gary Siders Sr. and Christina Siders, who goes by Lynn, face 16 counts of child endangering for the conditions the children were living in and the condition they were in when they were found. When the four were first arrested, they were actually charged with 17 counts of child endangering, but now that number's 16. I'm wondering if that was because Elizabeth Siders is pregnant.
What if babies make you sleepy? Did they make you
The
sleepy?
four Siders family members were supposed to appear in
on.
Vinton County Court this week for a preliminary hearing. That's a hearing where a judge determines whether there is probable cause to show that the crimes were committed, and the judge would then decide if there's enough evidence to send the case to trial. But the Siders waived their right to that hearing. Here's Elizabeth Siders' attorney, Tommy Stolley.
I think it's important to understand, too, that while Attorney Tori Bell and I are discussing matters together, and we have an opportunity for three of the attorneys to meet with the prosecutor and go over some preliminary matters. These matters are all separate and distinct. So while each of our clients have separately and independently, after consulting with counsel, waiving preliminary hearing, we could see some separation in these cases. There's obviously 3 distinct attorneys who are here today. We have 4 distinct attorneys who are working in these cases. And as Attorney Bell mentioned, on a preliminary basis, the only thing we are looking at is probable cause. And ultimately, that is something that is going to be presented to the grand jury, and the grand jury also has the standard of probable cause. So, from a procedural standpoint, we are still very early. None of the attorneys have discovered at this point. But we have discussed some of the material facts with the prosecutor. We're not going to get into this here.
Tommy Stolley says he will file a motion asking that Elizabeth Sider's bond be modified.
I do want to make a point here. It is my understanding, I believe this prosecutor understands as well, that my client, Elizabeth Siders, has no criminal history. So when the court is looking at deciding what a bond is going to be set at, there are factors that are enumerated out from the court for them to help them make that decision. Ultimately, in this case, there's a lot of attention given the fact that you're all here. And it puts a lot of pressure on the court system and puts a lot of pressure on the media as well. For my client specifically, not having any criminal history, to my knowledge, not having ever been charged with failure to appear, starts to mitigate some of those factors. Some of the things that courts will look at in a case like this is what does that criminal history look like? Have you ever been charged with failure to appear? Because we're trying to determine, is this person a flight risk? At this point in time, we are still not sure, at least at my office, whether my client is a victim herself or not. I previously stated that she does not necessarily characterize herself as a victim, but the investigation from the prosecutor's office, the investigation from my office is still ongoing. So with all of that, taking all of that into consideration, we anticipate filing a motion to modify this policy.
Running a business.
Have you ever heard content creators say, comment the word burgers below and I'll send you over something for free? And then when you comment the word burgers, you instantly receive a DM automatically within just a few seconds.
So how do you do that? Using ManyChat.
Is tough enough, but why make it harder doing things manually or relying on dozens of apps that don't talk to each other and even shipping and purchase updates so you never run out of space? At OD, members could face even more charges. After the case, learned the family likely moved around after Children's Services in one county paid them a visit. For family in this case was children, and there are more questions than there are answers. One big question surrounding this case was Children's Services, Ohio's Department of Children and Youth, aware of the Siders family? Were they getting health and medical benefits from the state? That is a question I'm working to answer for you. I've learned the family likely moved around after Children's Services in one county paid them a visit, and the Siders didn't want the children taken away. The 4 Siders family members could face even more charges.
Snap! Did you hear that one? So they moved because they had the CPS coming.
Okay, that changes things for me. Let me write that down. So keeping this. All right, that changes things for me a bit. First of all, if CPS was aware of the kids in the family, how in the hell were these kids not in school? Because let me tell you something. That's one of the first things they ask you when they start getting information. They want to know what doctors your kids go to, what schools they go to, their birth dates, what dentist they go to. They want to know all of it.
Yeah, the medical.
What did she tell them? That they were homeschooled, maybe? She would have to, right?
Right, but they didn't. They were not schooled at all. They had no schooling, they said.
I want to know more details. Why did CPS come? Did somebody call on them?
Right. That's what
how many kids was it then? You know?
Yep, they moved because they didn't want their children taken away from them.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. That kind of changes things. All right. Daisy says, so when they moved, they hid those kids in a room. Running from CPS is so common, not enough resources to keep up.
Look, she scrunch.
Oh, there's the scrunch.
Why do they love that?
The scrunch is the best.
Cute.
It is so cute.
Is presented to a grand jury. Right now, they've pleaded guilty to the child endangering charges. Remember, there was a search warrant executed at the home for a separate investigation. That's how the children were discovered. That search warrant and affidavit remain sealed for that investigation. But we know that investigation is not related to 4 misdemeanor public indecency charges that Gary Siders Jr. faces.
It's not
for alleged
related.
incidents in
Did
May.
you hear that
at his
too?
home.
Wait a minute.
Another
Go
new
back.
development in this case, the Vinton County
It's
prosecutor
not
will
related. Listen to the words she's just said.
No, it's about something not having anything to do with the kids.
No, that's not what she said. Listen.
Oh.
visit, and the Siders didn't want the children taken away. The 4 Siders family members could face even more charges after the case is presented to a grand jury. Right now, they've pleaded guilty to the child endangering charges. Remember, there was a search warrant executed at the home for a separate investigation. That's how the children were discovered. That search warrant and affidavit remain sealed for that investigation. But we know that investigation is not related to 4 misdemeanor public indecency charges that Gary Siders Jr.
Not
faces
related to
for
the
alleged
4
incidents
public.
in May at his home.
It's
Another new
different.
development in this case, the Vinton County prosecutor, William Archer, has asked the court for help
So
to
there
prosecute the
is.
Siders.
It is
Archer
probably
filed a
domestic
request with the court
violence.
asking that the Attorney General's office and an elected prosecutor from another county, Highland County prosecutor Annika Collins, be appointed to assist with the case. That raises the question, will this Vinton County prosecutor, William Archer, actually stay on the case? The Siders children who've been released from the hospital have been placed with foster families. Some of the children remain hospitalized, but some of the older Siders children were actually active on social media. They have accounts where they displayed images from anime and even used cats as their profile photos. But the children never posted any photos of themselves, which raises even more.
Yes, Carolina, I think you're right.
Wait a minute. What? So they had freedom to go online?
Yeah, did you hear that? They had phones.
What is happening here? This is some wild shit. What? Hold on.
In May at his home. Another new development in this case, the Vinton County prosecutor, William Archer, has asked the court for help to prosecute the Siders. Archer filed a request with the court asking that the Attorney General's office and an elected prosecutor from another county, Highland County prosecutor Annika Collins, be appointed to assist with the case. That raises the question, will this Vinton County prosecutor, William Archer, actually stay on the case? The Siders children who've been released from the hospital have been placed with foster families. Some of the children remain hospitalized, but some of the older Siders children were actually active on social media. They have accounts where they displayed images from anime and even used cats as their profile photos. But the children never posted any photos of themselves, which raises even more questions. Why were the children on social media and given phones to access it? The attorney for the grandfather, Gary Sr., has filed a motion asking that his bail be modified and lowered so he can post some form of bail to be released from jail. Attorney Dorian Baum says his client is 73 and will appear at future court dates and comply with GPS monitoring.
I mean, obviously, in nearly any case where your defendant or client is being held in jail and wants to reduce, at this point, probably made quite clear that concerns about suicide confidence, whether he is suffering from health issues, from mental capacity, etc. So, to be perfectly blunt, the person that's in jail, that is a bit of an affront to me. I don't think he belongs in jail. I think right now he belongs in other jails to address those medical issues or mental health issues he's dealing with. And to be perfectly blunt, if he is not competent, he is not going to be prosecuted at all. He will be prosecuted, in which case he now is sitting in jail as someone who's incompetent. So.
We now know that Gary Siders Sr. was taken to the hospital on July 7th, and that motion to modify his bail was granted. He's in the hospital receiving more specialized care, according to the judge. One Siders family member told a local TV station that his family was not aware of the conditions the children were living in, and that Gary Sr. and Christina Siders didn't raise their children this way.
Last time we heard from them, we gave them a car. And it's probably close to a year ago now. Other than them, Lynn calling us and asking for money, or, they needed help with the water bill, or, whatever. And if we had it, we sent it. If we didn't, one of the other daughters did. So we've done what we could for that family at the arm's length that they was keeping us at.
So I'd like to bring in Mark Weaver. We have talked about this case before. He sits as a judge in the state of Ohio, also works as a prosecutor and as a special prosecutor, and has prosecuted cases down in Southeast Ohio, but not in Benton County. Mark, since the last time we talked, we've confirmed that indeed these 16 children are the offspring of both Elizabeth and Gary Jr. She's been pregnant nearly every year since 2008, and they had another set of twins that were born conjoined and then passed away shortly after birth. So they have a total of 18 children. Your thoughts?
Well, it's remarkable. We read accounts of earlier American history where frontier families had 10, 12, 15, 20 children, many of whom didn't survive because the healthcare system
Where's their birth date?
Was so dilapidated and weak at the time of those incidents in American history. But in modern times, most hospitals can keep babies alive and make sure they thrive.
Go back for a second.
And so
right?
most of us both on the air and watching right now would say we just simply don't know any women who times most hospitals can keep babies.
Go back to the birth dates.
All right, hold on a minute. Let me see. Do they just live with the doors wide open like that? Like, or
it's kind of strange to me too. I don't know, but it's a cute little kitty cat. Yeah, you have to go to the page. It's purple. It's all purple, and then have all the birth dates.
hold on.
So it's past that.
All right, is it like after
After.
this or before
Uh-huh.
this? After this.
After. It's when the gentleman's talking.
Damn it. Hold on. Sorry. Can you hear me? Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, let me see.
Which raises even more questions. Why were so he can post some form of bail to
In nearly any case where it's just like, oh,
After that.
I don't think it was. He's not
was granted. He's in the hospital receiving more specialized care, according to the judge. One Siders family member told a local TV station that his family was not aware of the conditions the children were living in, and that Gary Sr. and Christina Siders didn't raise their children this way.
Last time we heard from them, we gave them a car. And it's probably close to a year ago now. Other than them, Lynn calling us and asking for money, or, they needed help with the water bill, or, whatever. And if we had it, we sent it. If we didn't, one of the other daughters did. So we've done what we could for that family at the arm's length that they was keeping us at.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Hang on.
Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Hold on.
So I'd like to bring
Hold
in
on.
Mark Weaver. We have talked about this case before. He sits as a
Where
judge
is
in the
it
state of
at?
Ohio.
Okay, it's going. Keep going. Keep going.
All right, hold on. I found it right here. There you
Yep.
go.
Okay, now look at the dates. in the
Oh,
second
here we go.
column.
Elizabeth
And
and Gary's children. Can y'all see this?
You got to go big, a little bigger.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it won't let me make it. Shit. Hold on. It won't let me make it bigger. I'll have to take a screenshot and zoom in.
You could read them out.
All right, here. Let me come to y'all. Come back over here to the chat. Okay. Child 1 was born on May 30th, 2008. One day before my no. My son was born on May 1st, 2008. Okay, child 2 was August the 17th, 2009. Girl, you did not give your hoof any time to rest. Child 3, her hoof. And for now on, I say hoof. Child 2, August the 17th, 2009. Jeez, Louise. Child number 3, March the 31st, 2011.
Every man who's a man.
Child number 4 was born on
Year.
March the 28th.
About a year later.
2012, almost exactly a year to the day later.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, look, 331 and 328.
Yeah.
Almost a year to the day, like one day of that. That's crazy. Child number 5 was born on 5/8. She gets pregnant at the same time.
It seems like
5/8, 2013. So May the 8th. Child number 6 birthday is September the 2nd, 2014. Then another May baby, you guys. There's another May baby. Yeah, we got 1,
16,
2, 3 May babies. So child 7 is May the 25th, 2016. Child 8 is October 26th, 2017. Look at that shit. Child 9, October 27th, 2019.
Okay, there it is. There, okay. Look at twins 11 and 12, and then look at twins 17 and 18.
Wait a minute.
That's what?
Okay, so somebody's baby's not hers.
No, the
Unless
ones
the
passed
twins
away.
that passed away were not full term.
Yes, they passed away. So in February, she gave birth to twins, and they survived. And so then she had, yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute. Something is off, very off. Wait a minute. Let me process this.
1920.
A woman is pregnant for 9 months.
Right. Right, we know that, Otto. It's the dates that sticks out at the moment. Because they were saying a 2-year-old and then 15 months.
What is happening here? This is wild. Look at that shit.
22 and then
Look at
24.
October 26, 2017.
23.
October 27th, 2019. Almost exactly
9
2 years.
But yeah, but then over there on that second column, you've got 20. Then you have 23, 22, 23, 24, 22. Yeah, and they're all her children. That's what they said. They were all her children.
I don't know what this is weird. Listen, twins 11 and 12 on February 10th, 2022.
They lived.
Yeah.
But then it's
So
showing.
I have a total of
Yeah,
18
but
children.
I
Your
didn't
thought?
do that. Hold on. Shit.
It's okay.
Somebody needs to break this timeline down for us because, hold on. Let's see what they say.
Every year since 2008, time we talked, we've confirmed that indeed these 16 children are the offspring of both Elizabeth and Gary Jr. She's been pregnant nearly every year since 2008, and they had another set of twins that were born conjoined and then passed away shortly after birth. So they have a total of 18 children. Your thoughts?
Well, it's remarkable. We read accounts of earlier American history where frontier families had 10, 12, 15, 20 children, many of whom didn't survive because the healthcare system was so dilapidated and weak at the time of those incidents in American history. But in modern times, most hospitals can keep babies alive and make sure they thrive. And so most of us both on the air and watching right now would say we just simply don't know any women who've had this many children. Even when you count in twins and some people have triplets, it's just nearly unheard of in modern America.
Most certainly. So she's had a total of 18 children. There is some talk out there, and we're working to confirm this, that she may be pregnant right now.
You
we don't know
just
that
said
for certain, but
earlier
there is
in
some
your
discussion
live,
about that.
in your
So that's a
video
lot
that-
of children, and I'm trying to figure out what the motivation would be
You
to
said
have
it was
so many children
confirmed.
in this day and age, especially especially if you can't afford to take care of them.
Yeah, well, before I talk about that, let's just point out there are special problems that arise from a pregnant inmate. I've both as an acting judge and a magistrate and a prosecutor, I've seen situations where we have pregnant inmates, and often jails won't take them. They present their own unique health problem. And most rural jails are simply ill-equipped to handle. So she may get bond on that basis alone. I don't know. She's obviously differently situated if, in fact, she's pregnant. But the notion of having so many children, one after the other, suggests these are low IQ people. That's already been raised by one of the defense counsels for the elder ciders, that somehow there's an IQ problem here. Some of the social media posts from other family members have raised IQ as a problem. So those of us who are more functioning and educated, understanding the world, recognize that you don't want to keep having children if you can't afford to have the children. But it's possible that somebody with a lower IQ or a lesser understanding of logic and how the world works might just keep having sex without birth control and having babies.
Yeah, and you would think in this day and age, when you go to the hospital to have a baby, that they would advise you on birth control, but also you don't know if they knew the full history. I would assume they would ask, how many children have you had when you go in to deliver children or babies? But I'm not sure about that. You mentioned Gary Sider Sr.'s motion to modify the bail. And so his attorney, Dorian Baum, we had him on the other day, said that, he has some concerns about his potential competency, has mobility issues, but he's basically saying, look, this guy, he's 73 years old. He is not basically a threat to anybody. He will make all court appearances. He'll wear the GPS bracelet. They're asking to modify his bail. But then the question is, where does he go? I'm assuming maybe that he has a family member who will take him in. But what do you make of his request for bail for Gary Sr.?
I did read the motion for modification of bond. Several things popped up. One is early on, the defense counsel raises this notion that perhaps Mr. Siders won't be competent to stand trial. But then later he says he fully, meaning Mr. Siders, understands all the charges being brought against him, trying to use that as a reason for why he ought to be able to be released, and he'll return, for the different court settings. Those two concepts obviously are at odds with one another. You can't be setting up an incompetency defense and then say, but by the way, my client knows very well this is a big case, he needs to come back. One thing that was not mentioned in that motion, I'm sure the prosecutor will raise to the judge, is one of those things that's considered when modifying bond is whether or not this defendant is a flight risk, whether or not he has a...
Oh, come on. Who's a flight risk?
That old man is no flight risk.
Who is a flight risk?
He's in a wheelchair.
Come on. Oh, my gosh. No, bro. Come on. I cannot. I hope he's not talking about senior.
Reason to flee the state, flee the jurisdiction. And somebody that old...
You really are saying that senior's going to... Where's he going? Where's the man going? His health is so bad, he was going to bankrupt the jail if he stayed. He ain't going nowhere.
And he fell out. That's why he ended up in the hospital.
He can't walk. He couldn't walk even before that.
Right.
Come on, man.
This many second-degree felonies is essentially looking at life in prison. That is grounds to be worried that this particular defendant might flee.
Well, it's certainly a concern and in a case like this, because the charges are very serious. And because these four defendants all waived their right to a preliminary hearing, which just for viewers who don't recall what that is, that's just where...
Hold on a second.
The prosecutor puts on enough evidence to show, look, we have probable cause that this crime was committed. And then the judge would say, yes or no, you've met that bar. And then it gets passed over to the grand jury. They're saying basically there's enough evidence to go to trial. They all waived their rights to that hearing after it was scheduled to go on, and then it didn't go on. There are more charges, though, that could be coming at grand jury. This case will now go to the grand jury.
Yes, the grand jury, people should know that grand juries can be investigating grand juries where they see lots of witnesses and lots of evidence and try to find out what's happening. Grand jurors can ask for other things to be brought before them before they hand up indictments. So we know that the children, many of them are in area hospitals being treated. As they get treated, those that are verbal and can understand will tell the tale of who did what or who didn't do what. And that information will be brought in front of the grand jury. You don't have to bring the children down to the grand jury. An investigator who spoke to the children can testify to the grand jury. So very likely there will be separate additional charges brought, because every day you don't feed a child is another count of second-degree felony child endangerment. Every day that you don't care for a child is a new count. And so the prosecutor
Interesting.
Holy moly. That's interesting.
Yes.
Every day that you don't feed a kid. So if these kids start talking and they're like, we ate one time a week, how in the hell do you charge somebody? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They already got bukus of charges.
Yes.
And then we don't know if there was any type of SA going on. God forbid, please, Lord. These kids have had enough. Let's pray that none of that's happening. I'm sure the stress on their health is weighing heavy on them, but too bad.
You want to say
Wow. He seems to have a lot of problems doing that. What's that, Dee Dee? Good Lord. I'm blown away. Okay, yes, ma'am, I will, Carolina Moon. Wait a minute. He seems to have a lot of problems doing that, Brittany. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just reading y'all's chat messages. All right, come on.
If they wanted to, could stack the charges against the 4 of these adults and any other adults who may have mistreated or endangered these children.
Let's move on now to this new request from the prosecutor, Bill Archer. He filed motions basically asking for, filed requests with the court asking for the appointment of special prosecutors. Now, we understand that this, of course, is a huge case. Vinton County is a small county, the poorest county in Ohio, the least populous county in Ohio, or at least it's one of the poorest counties. He's asking that the actual county prosecutor of Highland County be appointed as a special prosecutor, also asking that the Attorney General's office and some of their assistants be added as special prosecutors. And this is raising a lot of questions. He's saying they need to be able to assist in the investigation and prosecution of this case. But this raises a lot of questions. Is it possible that the Vinton County prosecutor is going to simply ask that another county handle this? Because there are a lot of questions surrounding, were these people getting benefits? You know, were they getting any type of welfare benefits? Was Job and Family Services involved? I actually spoke to somebody who told me that Job and Family Services in another county had actually visited this family some time ago, and they had concerns, and that's why these people picked up and left.
Yes, I'm familiar with these statutes and these appointments, although I've not talked directly to the prosecutor to find out what his thinking was. I certainly know Attorney General Andy Wilson, and I know one of the new prosecuting attorneys, Annika Collins. She's the prosecuting attorney in Highland County, which is Southwest Ohio. I've been a special prosecutor. She's appointed me to help her in the past. The statutory language is what you said, which is appointing someone to assist with the prosecution. But normally, if you simply needed litigation in your county and you'd have more assistant attorneys general, the notion of appointing the elected, as you know, if either Annika or
a request to be made, I can understand this is a big case, but it is a complex.
We're not sure that this would be that all defendants would be tried together, which would make it even more complicated depending how many trials there would be.
Mark, there are all these questions now about what actually led the investigators to this house. There's a search warrant that was executed for.
There it is. Search warrant executed.
So hold on a second. Wait a minute. No, I don't have anything like that for her face, babe. I don't have anything like that. And you just have to, it'll just go away. We'll wash it. There's nothing.
It's possible that they may have interests diverging and their rights diverge, and they might need to have separate trials, which would make it very complicated, and many different assistant prosecutors would have to be involved. So you're right, it's complicated. It could get even more complicated depending how many trials there would be.
Mark, there are all these questions now about what actually led the investigators to this house. There's a search warrant that was executed for a so-called parallel investigation. It doesn't sound like this has anything to do with drugs from what the little bit I'm able to gather from this and glean from this, that it's not related to drugs. You and I wondered about that early on, if there was some type of drug component to this. But we know that Gary Jr. was, charged with 4 misdemeanor counts of public indecency at the home. The warrant's not related to that either. The original warrant is sealed. So what on earth could this parallel investigation be about?
Yeah, if it's not drugs, and it's certainly not going to be the public indecency, those are misdemeanors. The charge gets brought, you hear the case. It's a rather quick matter.
Yeah, misdemeanor.
We're speculating.
Then what the hell is it?
But the other search warrant is sealed. I wonder what it is. So they had a parallel. So 2 things were going on before they had showed up. And now this. So he was under an investigation before.
For what? I'm guessing online offenses. Right. There you go, KDP. That's what I'm thinking.
I didn't get to see them, Otto. What were they? I'm sorry, hon.
What did Otto say? I wrote above the most common sealed charges. Let's see. Oh, please tell me it showed up. Otto, I think your comment got ate away by YouTube.
Probably did.
Yeah,
Now
you
they
I'll
are.
put your comment up. Damn. No, not worth the ankle monitor.
Of course, it could be some level of Medicaid fraud, some kind of fraud relating to welfare.
But they're not getting
Somebody
welfare.
with this many children is almost certainly collecting benefits for
There's
these
no-
children to be able to feed them.
That's not going to
Whether
work,
feeding them or not
though.
is a
They're not collecting benefits, though. That's the only problem. Hence, their kids are starving. Could it be that he did something to a child? Would they seal that?
I'm sure they would.
Huh. Drug offenses, vandalism. Oh, here we go. Look. Drug offenses, vandalism, fraud, theft, disorderly conduct. What do you think, Reality? Huh. Let's keep playing it.
different question. So we're speculating, but it's certainly not going to be high-level organized crime with people who have low IQs. You simply don't see that. People can't function well enough to be able to maintain a giant conspiracy. So we'll find out sooner as we get closer. The fact that the defense wants to waive preliminary hearings suggests that they don't want the evidence to come out now because they know all eyes, including the eyes of the jury pool, are on this case.
Elizabeth's brother, one of her brothers, her older brothers, has indicated that he kind of ratted somebody out. Like there are all these posts on Facebook coming to light, and he talked about Elizabeth being possibly indoctrinated. What do you?
Oh wow, my sister just wrapped her life up due to indoctrination. It is 100% real. 20 kids and younger than me. The math equals immature piece of shit man involved. I met this dude a couple months ago, shook my hand like a baby with super soft hands. Definitely never worked a day in his life. I should have took him out that night. I was thinking about it, but my sister. Dang, wait a minute. I was thinking about it, but my sister. I was happy to see. Been 15 years. You lost touch with your family. Followed another. Look what happened. Damn. My sister just wrapped her life up due to indoctrination. I wonder what he means by the
Probably
indoctrination.
love bombed her.
Make of that because it sounds like she didn't.
Remember, she was only 13, 14 years old, very impressionable. All you had to do was continuously telling her you're pretty. And then I am in love with you.
Wow.
And the next thing you know, they're bada bing, and she's having a
What
baby.
was she, 14 when they got together?
Yeah, but didn't they marry when she was 15?
I'm trying to figure out how mom wasn't able to keep her from going.
I don't know. Well, don't work too hard. Ask her.
No. I mean, no, not at all.
Yeah, and then she's
So
just
am I
popping
understanding
out
this?
babies.
Is this did he just put did he make this post that right after she got arrested? Because
Yeah,
he said
says June 30th.
Yeah, she got arrested on June 30th.
Yep.
My sister just wrapped her life up due to indoctrination.
She didn't have 20 kids though.
Close to it though.
You're off
I mean,
a
very
couple
close.
couple numbers, but still, she had a lot of kids. Yes.
Yeah. This post. Did she have 20 and we just don't know about it?
She had, well, apparently it would have been 18, and this, if she's pregnant now, it's gonna be 19. So that's close enough. I don't know, but in my opinion, her mother needs to be smacked upside her head. How could you allow your daughter at 13, 14 years old run off with 18-year-old?
Like, how the hell?
Come on now. You're still a mother, and you're supposed to be mothering your child.
And I'm trying to figure out how brother Saul
Really have a lot of contact.
Wait a minute, think about this for a minute. Did they not see the malnourished kids? He said 20 kids and younger than me. The math equals immature piece of shit man involved. I met this dude a couple months ago. Shook my hand like a baby with super soft hands.
Definitely didn't work a day in his life. Okay.
Good Lord, no, I don't want any. Thank you, though. I ate too much yogurt. So here's my point of this right here.
I love the Cruddites, bro.
I met the Cruddites are good. I met this dude a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Where were the kids? Where did he meet him at? How often did you see your sister? Well, obviously you didn't see his sister often because he just met the dude. But where were you at that you were meeting this guy? You know what I mean?
Too, right?
Yeah. Where were the kids when he met him?
Well, apparently he hadn't seen her because look at the sentence that says, "I was thinking about my sister."
Yeah.
He were happy, so he didn't pursue the fact he wanted to knock the dude out.
You gotta make sure
Can't
Jeff
sleep
is
this
not like
crash. You know what? Go away. Are you in one of your foul moods? Not in the mood for it. Kick rocks.
Oh dear God. Come on. We ain't
Go
got time
away,
for all
boy.
that.
But still, like I
food
said
now, you got
in that paragraph, he was happy to see his sister, so that's why he didn't pursue the fact that he wanted to knock him out. So there's that. It had been 15 years that he didn't see her.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, right? I'm saying. All right.
Right. There's that too. They kept moving around. Yep. You're right on that one, Crash.
Right.
Yeah, but why'd you put Z's in
with
there?
her
You're making
family
it like
until
you're making it like Brittany was sleeping. How come you put
Yeah,
Z's in there?
that's what I thought too. I was like, oh damn, come on now.
That's why I was making that comment. And if that's not the case, then I apologize.
All right. Karash says the family kept moving around, so it's hard to yeah. I mean, yeah, I know I get that, Karash, but I'm saying, did anybody lay eyes on these kids ever? Man, this is wild. This is let's let this finish off.
Recently.
Often in these cases, other relatives will have tried, and now they come out and say, look, I told them, I know what's going on here. And it's on social media, and we all know how careful we have to be with what's being said on social media. This continues to be an odd tip of an odd iceberg. We all know there's something under the water. We just don't know what it is and how far down it goes.
Also, what's very interesting is that one of the relatives of Christina Siders, Ronnie Fletcher, told a local TV station, they're horrified by this. They were kept at arm's length. They would get a call asking for money sometimes to pay a utility bill. They gave them a car like a year ago, things of that nature. So it sounds like
who gave them a car?
Sometimes to pay a utility bill. They gave them a car like a year ago.
The guy with the red shirt, the family member. They gave him a car last year.
So it sounds like the extended family had contact with them, but maybe just not as much contact to know that these kids were living in such squalor.
Yeah, if this group of adults was able to hide the children's living conditions from neighbors who see the house every day, it certainly wouldn't be hard to hide it from relatives who live far away. Here's hoping that there will be other family members who will be able to take these children in, so they don't all have to go into the foster system. But with every abused child,
they
the
didn't have
first
that.
need is to make sure that
They
they're
didn't go
taken
to
care of
doctor.
physically and medically, getting them into a school system where they can begin learning with their peers.
So
And
sad.
that process that starts
So
right away
sad.
for all of them, including the 18-year-old.
Daggone.
Most certainly.
gonna be a
It's a
long
crazy case.
process.
These kids have
Very
social media
long.
profiles, which is another weird part of this.
All right,
Apparently they have
can we just
phones.
look at the house for a minute too? Just giving y'all a good idea.
The size, the magnitude of what's really going on here. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a shack.
Yeah, that's tiny. That's a tiny home. Now you're talking about a 12 by 12 room inside that home.
That
Did they
house is
have-
made for like a two people. Probably barely even 600 square feet, if that. April sure in the heck wasn't in the front of the house because the front of the house had all kinds of crap in it.
Yeah. Yep. It's like that picture right there just tells a story. You know it.
Right.
Why was all their shit
Case, these
thrown
kids
out
have
in the
social
yard like that? What is that about?
Oh no, that's kind of odd.
No. Like, what is
Yeah.
that?
Okay.
And yeah, I pay attention to details like someone else said earlier. The bicycle. Wonder, was there a time they did stuff with the
Yeah,
kids and were better?
they were sleeping in the basement. That's even worse. So that explains lack of the dark, having darkness down there. So the lack of the lighting, because they said they were in the dark, and when they turned the lights on, the
Oh my God.
they noticed the expressions on their face like they hadn't seen light in a long time. Of course, anytime, Astro. Thank you for being here.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, the 2 cars. Did they run though? Were they
One of the
operating?
cars was given to them, gifted.
Right, but were they running?
I think
Did they
so
have money
because
for gas?
I do think that one of the cars was running because remember the lady at the dollar store said they come in every evening.
Yeah, I believe that's what they were doing. So sign they threw it out when they were doing the search warrant. They were throwing that stuff out in the yard because that stuff was in the house. Oh my goodness! What were they, hoarders?
Lord. All right, let's hear it. Let's finish this off.
Media profiles, which is another weird part of this. Apparently they have phones, and they were able to post on social media. That's my understanding. I'm very confounded as to how these kids are kept in squalor, but yet they have access to phones to post on social media.
Yeah, I have been in houses in Appalachia, and I have looked at lots of crime scene photos. And although the majority of houses there are nicely kept and people doing all the right things by their children, I've been in some really squalid houses, and the people live there for years. They feed their kids right next to where they feed their dogs, and there's stuff everywhere. And it's not all that unusual. I mentioned earlier the number of children born to this woman is shockingly unusual, but squalid conditions in very poor areas happens more often than we like. And so they were doing something. We're going to find out more. We don't know how verbal these children are. Prosecutors need to have witnesses. That's the next big step for the prosecution team. Interview the witnesses.
Yeah, there are more questions right now than answers. And really the most important thing is these children getting the care that they need. Mark Veiwer, thank you so much, as always.
Yes, thank you.
Now, after I recorded that interview with Mark Veiwer, we learned that Gary Sider Sr.'s bail has been modified to a $300,000 recognizance bond. This comes after he was taken to the hospital on July 7th, as I mentioned earlier, and transported to another hospital for more specialized care. The state is now going to pay for his GPS monitoring once he's released from the hospital. The remaining Sider's family members remain in jail on those $300,000 bonds. We'll, of course, continue to follow this case for you and bring you the latest information. That's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Jeanette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.
Well, we got a little bit of answers from that. Hold on a second. Oh, what a awful still shot. My bad. My pause game is always off. Coburger. House supports, yes, and higher. Shocking new details revealed. Hang on.
Is it in the bag?
Yes, it's in the refrigerator. Y'all, we got, let me go ahead and make this announcement real quick. Tomorrow night, we got another Taylor Live, and we got some phone calls to go through. Full phone calls are being released And y'all, I cannot wait to go over this one with y'all. Oh my goodness. It's infuriating. The kids were on social media, Astro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but they didn't like put help out there. They didn't ask for help. They didn't say we're living in these kind of conditions. Somebody come and get us, intervene. That didn't happen that way. They probably were monitoring them, you know.
All right, let's see real quick. I like the name Katie too, Justice Jane. I always have. I always thought it was a pretty name. All right, let's see.
They have probably already taken that down, Astro. They probably took all
What?
that information to the ciders off of them social
What?
media.
What?
They probably took them off so you couldn't go look at their profiles.
Probably.
They've probably been yanked.
Let me see real quick.
Yeah, they probably did. Carolina Moon, like Roblox and Minecraft. You know, games that they play.
Which I'm a little shocked by, because I mean, how can they? Maybe some, but they said some of them couldn't even talk. You know what I mean? Like, but they knew how to use.
Yeah, they knew how to use the phone. Okay. So some of them knew how to read and write, obviously.
Well, yeah. I mean, you would think, right? I don't know. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna look right here. The case children update. I'm gonna look on the Okay, here we go.
Dee Dee,
Check
right. They
this
were all in the basement. That's where they were all confined to in a 12 by 12 room.
in a basement.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, April. Right. They didn't say all of them couldn't. They said the 18-year-old couldn't, though. I remember that. Probably because that child had disabilities, apparently.
All right.
Right, and they weren't enrolled in school either. So how did they read and write?
This is what I'm saying. How the hell were they using phones and using social media? How?
There's so many questions that need to be answered.
It don't make sense, y'all. I'm sorry, it don't.
It doesn't.
All right. Update. DNA testing has reportedly been completed for all 16 of the Siders children who were rescued from the home. The children's reported initials and birth dates are as follows. So you have CS, who was born on May 30th, 08, ZS, August 17th, 09, CS.
Yes, although there was.
3/13/11.
That's different. That wasn't up there before 313.
3/13 wasn't?
No. It was 328 and 330 that were up there.
So 3/13/2011, 3/28 2012. 5/8, 2013. Let me see. 5/9/9/24. So let's look. 2008, 2009, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 19. Good God. Y'all, every year almost, with the exception of a couple she would skip.
1/4/24, and then have the other twins 1/21/25.
That's got to be all the vitamin C you need.
Oh, right. Hold the fuck up. Wait. Oh, no, that's right. Wait a minute. Okay, so 1/21/25 was the twins, right?
Yeah, but remember on the other one it said different.
Yeah, I take my fucking vitamins every day too. On top of that,
Something's not right.
I still look good.
There it says right there. Right.
Ain't great yet, bitch.
January the 4th, 2024.
Krieger.
And January the 21st, 2025, 1 year later.
Yeah, but the other one said different. Remember that the years were 22 and 22. One was in February and the other one was in November.
So it says, please note this list does not include the twins who tragically passed away November 2022.
See, that's November 2022. So she was pregnant in February 2022.
Wow.
Or gave birth, I mean, in February. And then soon after that, she was pregnant again and miscarried in November, same year. And that was that 26 weeks that she had lost those babies? Yeah, the conjoined twins. Yes, the girls. Bailey and Faith were their names.
Okay. All right. So it says, let's read this right here. New information was shared today by Elizabeth Sider's attorney, Thomas Stoley. It is his understanding that Elizabeth is the mother of all 16 children involved in the Benton County case. The children range from the ages of 18 months to 18 years. He says that his office let's see. His office is looking into whether or not Elizabeth herself could be considered a victim. No. At this point in time, we're still not sure whether my client is a victim herself. Let's see.
She had the children in hospitals. There's birth certificates for them.
No, me and Reality's on here with me. We're looking at this. At this point in time, we're still not sure whether my client is a victim herself or not. She does not characterize herself as a victim, but our investigation along with the prosecutors is ongoing. Stoley also confirmed that Elizabeth was 15 years old when she married 18-year-old Gary Siders Jr., and he was 18, yes. In 2008, I know, according...
What state was that?
Ohio.
You know what they say? Ohio doesn't exist.
Hold on a minute. Let's see.
So, like, there's a theory that people don't believe it. It's not a real state.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Stoley also
I'm
confirmed
not
that
saying obviously.
Elizabeth was 15 years old when she
It's a
married
real theory, though.
18-year-old Gary Siders Jr. in 2008. Considering, wait a minute, I lost my spot. Damn it. Okay, she married him, Gary Siders Jr., in 2008, according to West Virginia marriage records. So they got married in West Virginia. Their first child was born 2 months after the wedding. Damn.
So she was pregnant at 14.
Damn.
Yes, they all are his children, Astro.
Let's see. After meeting with Elizabeth to discuss the upcoming preliminary hearing, she said she had appeared. All right, he said she had appeared distraught and in shock.
I think she was groomed.
Yeah, I could definitely. Let's see. After meeting with Elizabeth to discuss upcoming preliminary hearing, Stoley said that she appeared distraught and in shock. He also is asking for court to reduce Elizabeth's $300,000 bond. Do you think Elizabeth should be viewed solely as a defendant? No, I don't. I don't.
Katie
I don't-
Bradley,
I
they
don't-
do. They have birth certificates. We just don't know where they were all born. Apparently, it was in Ohio, though. Multiple different counties.
Yeah, I just can't view her as a victim. Sorry. Let me see. DNA has been.
Dee Dee, yes, she was pregnant when they got married. Maybe her mom. I don't know.
Maybe that's
I don't
why
think
they
her mom-
they took her. They didn't want their son to get arrested for statutory
Great.
So they married her off.
Yeah.
Okay, so Siders update. Birth certificates obtained on the Benton County investigation where 16 were rescued. Birth certificates obtained for 6 of the children. 6, you guys. Where's the other 10?
They were born in different counties, so they got to get them from the other counties. So the 6 were born in that county.
Okay.
Which were probably the twins. All the twins. Because remember, they've only been there for 4 years in that house. Katie Bradley, they had I guess CPS visit them and they moved. So they wouldn't take their children.
Yeah. They were running from them. All right, so while the names for the living minors were not released, the records confirmed that all 6 children were born at hospitals in Central and Southeast Ohio, listing Elizabeth and Gary Siders Jr. as the parents. Confirmed parents of all 6 birth certificates include, okay, wait a minute. Prior updates, the confirmation follows earlier medical examiner report stating that the twin sisters tragically passed away from natural causes. Damn. Let's see this real quick.
You got to get Twix or better, you know?
Yeah.
Support of the state and the Ohio Attorney General, that they continue.
Hold on a second. Why is that so low?
What's your favorite sweet treat? Sweet treat? And make a sweet treat. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure.
There's the guy I'm talking about that you're showing. That's the guy that's the prosecutor. That's the one that's
It's got the
talking.
cookie, it's got the chocolate caramel, it's like
Let's see if I can
what
make
more do
it.
you want?
For the presser.
All right,
Maybe
let's
a
see.
Twix with a scoop of ice cream. That would be good.
It's so low though. Reality, it's not. I don't know why it's so low.
I don't cheat off.
Criminally obsessed had him on there too. The title.
Yeah, we'll have to.
With some like a bribe ice cream and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm just looking DNA tested. Let's see. I can't get over this. That don't even look like her.
She's got
You know
really
what?
big eyes and a really big mouth. You
Look
know
at that. That don't even. I mean, her appearance changed drastically.
Yeah, she was really pretty. I saw pictures of her. There she is.
OMG. Let's see. Hey, Katie.
Oh, that's cool, Katie Bradley. That was a good show, by the way. Yeah, she is really gone downhill. She looks terrible.
There we go. Let's go. I ain't here to win. I'm here to get some.
Let's see. I don't either, Ben. Trust the so-called family members. I mean, you can't trust anybody. We're just having to wait until the information comes out. I'm just trying to go through and see if I see any. Here, let's see if this one's louder.
They are Vinton County cases.
Here we go.
We have appreciated the support of the state and
There you
the
go.
Ohio Attorney General.
This is the
but they continue to be
prosecutor.
Vinton County cases, and all decisions will be made by my office. The Attorney General did offer assistance and has agreed to provide an assistant AG. Her name is Kara Keating, and yesterday motion was filed to have her appointed special prosecutor to assist me in the prosecution. Also, Annika Collins, who is a Highland County prosecuting attorney, I also filed a motion to have her appointed as a special prosecutor, as she was an old colleague of mine when I worked in Highland County. Both of these women are outstanding prosecutors with extensive experience in child cases, and they will do nothing but help our team progress through these cases. The other thing finally on that point is, for the taxpayers, these special prosecutors come at no cost to Vinton County. They've either volunteered or they're being paid by their respective offices. Point number 2, I think most of you are aware now that Gary Siders Sr., the older Gary Siders, was provided with a bond today, an OR bond. Let me explain the circumstances around that. First, let me stress, the community is not at risk because of this bond. Yesterday, as you all know, the cases were scheduled for preliminary hearing. During the transport, Mr. Siders fell and had a medical issue that required treatment and assessment. O'Glennis Hospital was where he was taken, and it was determined at that point upon some tests that O'Glennis did that Mr. Siders Sr. has a serious medical condition that requires specialized care in a hospital outside of this area. practically, and I don't know if you folks know this or not, but when defendants are housed in county jails, it is the county's responsibility to pay for the medical care. Prisons are for defendants who have been convicted. Then the state pays for it. But he is still an innocent man that has not been convicted yet. So the county was going to be on the hook for his medical care. And again, based on the information that we were provided, his medical care could potentially bankrupt Vinton County. We were not going to put that burden also on our local taxpayers. And so it was agreed that we would do a recognizance bond so he could get the medical treatment that the doctors say he needs, and won't cost the county that money. If he's released from the hospital, he will then be equipped with a GPS monitor. Also, if you haven't already noticed on the docket, his defense attorney did file competency motions, as I'm sure you have noticed from the proceedings.
He probably will go through a shit ton of evaluations while in the hospital.
Yep.
Like, and they might request to have grandma sent to one too.
Yep, probably.
I've already heard from somewhere that she was dementia. She has dementia. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear it yet, but it looks like she has medical problems herself.
I agree, Den. Hopefully, at least for the small ones, you know, like the 2, the 1.5, the one she's pregnant with. Hopefully for the really young ones, they don't, you know, they're not going to remember this. Hopefully. Katie says, I live in Georgia and we are usually blamed for this type of stuff. Oh, because we're in the South? I promise you, this is not indicative of the South. Hey, Pickles, what's up, girl? How you doing? No, she's pregnant, Ben. She's absolutely pregnant again. Daisy Love, she definitely has been abused in several ways. And yeah, I agree that she has, no doubt, but I can't fully sympathize with her as a victim. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Correct, you're probably correct. That'll probably happen. I'll say within 6 months. I'll stretch it a little bit. 6 months.
You think so? After all the questioning, medical tests, and charges laid. Why do you believe that?
Because he's in poor health. He's going to give up on living because he knows that he's screwed. He knows he'll go to prison the rest of his life. So he'll wither away.
Doesn't matter, does it? Not on your head. Get it.
Okay, let's keep going.
Proceedings in which he's been present, there's certainly been some issues about his ability to go forward on the prosecution. And so his defense attorney decided to file those motions to have him assessed. That is all that I have at this point. I'm willing to answer briefly questions related to that. I will stress with you, our office has specifically not addressed the factual nature of this case because it is still under investigation. There's a lot of information still out there. And in fairness to the defendants, particularly to the victims and to the community. We're not releasing information until it's appropriate to do so. Again, having said that, I'll address whatever questions there might be. Yes, ma'am.
The Slater Senior's attorney had criticized comments made by your office and state officials saying you were trying to try the case in the court of public opinion. How would you respond to those comments from the attorney?
Mr. Baum filed a second response and indicated the comments were not made by me. And I made that clear. If you go back and review the comments that I made, I simply laid out what happened in court and that it wasn't human trafficking because that was a major issue to the community. And I wanted to make sure they knew this was not human trafficking.
What type of expensive care does Veiwer Senior need? What kind of test, what kind of care is he going to?
You know that that's a HIPAA issue and that's not anything that I can address.
Elizabeth's attorney has expressed concerns that she could be a victim in this case. Is that something your office is looking into?
According to her attorney, she's not a victim. So we'll let him decide how he wants to address his representation of her. I'm sorry, ma'am. No.
Are there any questions about the mental capacity of the other suspects?
Capacity?
Yeah.
Again, that's up to their defense attorneys to whether they want to go down that road or not. So that's a better question for them.
Social media has been a big part of this case. There's been a lot of attention online. Can you speak to how that impacts your office and how this was working?
If you've seen some of the stuff on the media, social media, there were pictures that the kids were in cages, that they were taped shut, their mouths, whatever. The problem with social media is you don't have to be telling the truth. You don't have to be saying anything that's accurate. I don't understand why people put stuff like this on. It's not truthful.
Social media, sir. That's
It's
what
not
happened.
accurate, but I can't stop it. And all I can do is shrug my shoulders and say, why are we doing this to this, particularly to these victims? Because they're going to be tarnished by this for a long part of their lives.
Can you share an update on the children's condition? Are they all out of the hospital or are they all in homes?
I can't answer that specifically, but I will tell you that they are all safe and being cared for.
Is there any evidence that Elizabeth's side may have had more than 16 children in her lifetime?
Again, I can't address that specific fact.
Were all four of these suspects receiving state benefits? If not all of them, who was?
To my knowledge, only the two elderly, the two oldest, Mr. Grandma and Grandpa were the only ones I'm aware of that were receiving benefits at that time, at the time of this incident.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Whoa.
The older, meaning they probably were getting Social Security.
That's probably what, but so if that's the case, wouldn't that make them be eligible for food stamps or no? How does that work?
Yeah,
I don't know how that works.
Yes, they should have been. Yes.
So shouldn't they have Medicaid or Medicare?
Yes. Yep.
So when you're in jail, your Medicaid or Medicare doesn't work?
No, that all goes away. That will all go away now. I don't know what it is. Did they bump it up to 65 or is it 68? Nonetheless, he's definitely on it because he's 73.
So much going on. I played for fucking 30
But
You just crooked with all those.
if it all depends if they had worked in the past, how much they were going to get monthly. But still, why weren't the younger ones working?
British Union must. All the
I don't know. All this, there's going to be so much that's going to come out with this case. It's going to blow our minds. Watch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're already dumbfounded as it is. This is absolutely disturbing.
Jeez, I don't know.
They're going into foster homes at the moment, didn't Ben? In Carolina Moon, they said that he wasn't, yeah, senior, but junior.
That's crazy.
That she,
I
not
hit him
they weren't.
twice and kept going.
They didn't have any income. Yeah, I thought it was 65, and she's 66. He's 73.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. It's seriously. Oh my gosh. You with us still, Britt?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm looking into this Social Security thing because I'm really curious about the whole Medicaid. I don't understand how, if he's got Social Security, that would bankrupt.
With this type of medical need, it's possible. Because all things are not going to be covered by Medicare.
Okay. Well, here, let's
Again, I can't address that specific
Were
section.
all four of these suspects receiving state benefits? If not all of them, who was?
To my knowledge, only the two elderly, the two oldest, Mr. Grandma and Grandpa were the only ones I'm aware of that were receiving benefits at that time, at the time of this incident.
Are you still expecting more charges?
I don't know that part. I don't know.
Are you still expecting more possible charges?
The investigation is ongoing.
When do you expect a grand jury indictment? Do you know when they meet next?
The grand jury is a secret process. We do not disclose specifics on that. We hope to be having information for that within the next couple of weeks. What I will tell you is, this is not Franklin County, who has grand juries every day practically. Normally, Benton County has a grand jury every other month, which is why the preliminary hearing issue came up, is because we don't have grand jury that often, and by right, the defendants have the ability to have that hearing.
Has any testing been done to assure that all 16 children belong to the same person?
I can't address that.
Can you comment, Mr. Prosecutor, real quick, the relationship, or what you learned about the relationship of the deceased property owner in the Siders?
I know, buddy.
Other than being tenants, I don't know that there is any.
Were they tenants or were they squatters?
I'm sorry.
Were they tenants? Were they paying rent? Or were they squatters?
My understanding, they were paying rent, yes.
Did the children have birth certificates?
What's your girlfriend got? It's a boy pretending to be a girl, just like you would.
I don't know that we have all of their birth certificates. Let me answer that.
Were they all registered with the state?
Again, a little bit beyond what I can I answered you what I know at this point.
Your Siders Jr. will be in court tomorrow for unrelated.
He will not. His defense attorney is on vacation and has filed to continue. So if you were planning on coming, I'll save you your time. That has been continued. I don't know what the new date is. Check with county court, but it is not happening tomorrow.
Was that a parallel investigation that brought investigation?
I can't answer that.
Do we know if anyone maybe was working outstanding weapon income?
Again, we will get to some of those things when we have a little bit more of an ability to give you some more of the facts, but I can't get into that anymore.
Are there any federal agencies?
Yeah, we're all that's correct.
How many agencies?
Like, I barely even
Federal
play.
agencies involved in this investigation?
No, not to my knowledge.
How good I am.
Do you know if any children's services safety checks conducted at that home, be it Franklin County, be it Benton County? Was there any mandatory reporting, especially by hospitals or medical officials?
Again, I can't address that, sorry.
The indecency charges, can you share any more about that investigation and the allegations he's facing when it comes to that?
I can't.
I can't address
Okay,
that.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
I can't. Oh my goodness.
Hang on.
They are Vinton County cases.
All right. Okay. We are going
Now
to,
you see the house is bigger on the screen.
yeah.
But still, look at the living room has a bunch of crap in it.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
What?
Let's look at the, hold on. Hold on.
I don't know. I watched them.
Wait a minute.
And they're
I'm
throwing
trying to
stuff
look at the
out of that
pictures.
living room. They were throwing a lot of stuff out of that house.
Hang on.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep too, Katie.
I'll put you jump across the front.
Hold
You all
on.
right? You all right?
Yeah, sorry. Hold on a second. I wanted to see if there was any. Somebody said there were pictures. All right, we're done. I
There
wanted to see if there
were.
were more pictures. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, but there's also apparently some fake ones that were AI.
See, and oh my God, y'all be careful. There's a lot of that going on with this particular
I hate
case.
AI. I'm telling you, I hate AI with a
Day
passion.
one, did you see where they were putting out videos
The
of
cages?
kids in cages and shit?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
had so many people come to me and they were like, "Did you see?" They were
I didn't
holding
believe it.
cages, and I was like,
But
"Bro,
I didn't believe it.
yeah," but a lot of people did, and I was like,
Of
"Bro, they
course.
wouldn't show that. That's not." I mean, seriously though, you've never seen a
Yeah,
case where they
I
show.
heard that as well, didn't Ben, but I'm gonna retract that because apparently that's a bunch of social media misinformation. But I heard other creators that were talking about it too, so
Yeah. Well, you guys, I guess that's gonna do it for tonight or today. It's already morning again, 5 a.m. I gotta
that's
get
right. We're
my.
not gonna believe everything. We're gonna have to wait till the facts come out from the grand jury.
Yep. All right. Well,
Good night, everybody.
tomorrow
Thank you
is
all.
Taylor,
Yep,
guys, and on the main channel. On the we're also going to be going live on the second channel tomorrow too. So I hope that you guys can come hang out with us. I'm not really sure exactly what the second channel is going to be about yet.
So don't know the subject or
Yeah, but it'll
the
be
topic,
good.
the topic on hand. So
We're not done with calling yet. I will tell you
Right.
that, but I'm waiting on my book. So y'all be getting ready for that, because that book is supposed to, I mean, that's
Be
everything. Every single thing he's been
explosive.
through, the book is going to be loaded. And I bet Kate is panicking.
Yep, for sure.
You know she is. She's probably trying to find every way she can to block
She deserves
that book.
she deserves the hate, in my opinion.
Well, personally, I think that she knows that Colin is grown, and like there's not really much she can do.
Right.
So I think that's partially why she's coming on to social media now and building, you know,
On TikTok.
to try to do a little bit of damage control. And I think that she's low on funds.
I think it's gonna backfire.
Mm-hmm. So somebody, John and Colin need to take her to court.
Yep. I agree.
Colin said she gave his money away.
Yep.
So, I mean.
All right, everybody. Good night. Thank you for all being here. Be sure to hit that like button on your way out and be the change you want to see.
Go.
Sleep
Love you,
well.
girl.
Love you, girl. Good night.
Good night. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. That's going to do it for me, too. Lovely peeps. I am thankful and appreciative for all you do, guys. Thank you so much.
God bless your families.
Yes, and everybody.
May God punish all those who want to destroy our families and our country and our way of life. Jesus, holy name.
Pray that people find, I pray that he touch people and work on their hearts, soften their hearts, and may they come to him, people that don't know him. Find Jesus.
We should want to make a better life as a community, as neighbors together.
Absolutely.
We shouldn't want to get on the internet and destroy other families.
I
We should
agree.
want to build each other up and love each other, especially when you have a hard time. I want to be there for you, and I would hope that you would be there for me. And these people that want to destroy you no matter what,
Mhm.
may the Lord, exclude them from our society. Jesus, holy name.
Well, all right, guys. I love y'all. I will. Thank you so much, Kirash. I appreciate it. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful night. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Say a prayer for all those in need. We will be back here tomorrow. And yeah, I'm actually going to be aiming for day stream. So if I can, try my best. Have a blessed night, blessed day, wherever you are. And yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one. God bless. Hit that thumbs up, peeps. Thank you.